Alrighty then. So, our band of adventurers, the Talaria, had arrived at the city of Lanarch, seeking to improve their reputation and seek fortune and glory as all adventurers do. Upon arriving, you had decided to rest at the old barracks, where a accomplice of the Nymph's Needle resided, giving you a place to stay. The following day, you decide to do a bit of shopping and have a look around for various bits of work, seeing the majority of it being preparation for Foundation Day. However, during your search, you had found the Arcane Vanguard, where you took a job for the Archmage there, Elvia Volshan. It seemed like a simple job, to head to the Enduring Concoction and see the progress of her experiment with an individual named Brandon. Upon arriving at the Enduring Concoction, you found the door locked, and promptly ripped it off its hinges. There, in the cold potion shop, you uncovered a weird, gelatinous, ooze-like creature in the basement, alongside what remained of Brandon. Through an intense and painful battle, in which one of you fell, and many others close to it, you were able to defeat this ooze. However, as you rested and tried to find information, you were spotted, and were face to face with the Zemaharian Guard of Lanarch. And that is where we left off. So, if I remember correctly, Mevelair, you were at the bit where it goes into the back rooms, and there's a Zemaharian Guard in front of you.
Yep, I walked up to him. And I believe he asked, like, what are you doing here? Who are you?
Yeah, his hand has gone to his weapon. He hasn't pulled it out, but he's, like, got it at the ready.
Oh, Mev holds her hands up. I think we need some help. Hello, I'm Mevelair. We came here on a job, and, I don't think the person we were supposed to meet is exactly, okay anymore.
So, like, looks back at the other guards. At this point, like, looking past him, you can see there's 4 more guards that have sort of... 2 of them are sort of outside, but another one is sort of heading towards you. Over here. And he...
Okay.
Well, he's indicating to the guards, not to, like, he's not conversing with you at this point.
Yeah, okay.
So you see, like, the other guards coming quickly. He, like, takes his hand off his, what you got off his sword and just looks at you and says, turn around.
Are you about to arrest me?
Yes!
Okay.
Mev will turn around, hands behind back.
Okay. You are very quickly shackled, and as you saw, like, guard into the back room. What's the rest of you doing at this point? Just to quickly check.
I'm gonna start making my way out there.
Yeah. I think it's best we make our way.
Yeah,
out.
hearing this commotion, I will come to the front. I'll come to the front of the building, wherever.
Okay, you guys start heading through, and as you do, you see Mevelair, like, being, like, pushed into the back room with a guard behind him, a guard behind her, and several others guards are like walking in. It's like, no, halt! Hands where I can see him. We'll get more shackles on them.
No, this is very rude. You didn't even ask why we were here.
Oh.
Actually, technically, you are arresting us for no reason yet.
You're inside a potion shop with the door broken down.
Yeah, hi, excuse you. We have every right to be here.
Yes, gentlemen, I can assure you that
I'm just
there
gonna
are...
smack Aki on the back and see if that helps him stop stuttering.
Okay, you do that just before like the other guards are able to sort of like shackle your hands and such. You are all now at this point like roughly placed on the like on the back room. Two of the guards are still with you, whereas the other ones are sort of like scouting out the area.
Would you like to take our statement or anything, or are you just going to illegally detain us?
I'm sorry, who's the guard here?
You haven't read us any type of rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine then. As of right now, we are detaining you for suspected breaking and entering.
Okay, and what is our rights? Come on, if you are a guard, you need to do your job. So fucking annoying.
You really want me to read out the Miranda rights?
Yup.
Listen, we need to have our rights. I have the right to not speak to you until I have a lawyer. If I'm unable to get myself a lawyer, you're supposed to get me one from the state. And I'm stating it now for each and every one of us as a unanimous group. I want a lawyer.
God, imagine how fucking stressed out public defenders in a Final Fantasy, in a D&D world would be. That would be a hellish job.
And that's why this
We
is
should
based
just
on
make it
medieval times.
We should just make it clear that we've read out our own rights and not you, because that's pretty important.
You may remain silent if you wish. If you say anything, then it may be used as evidence.
Oh, fucking Mev and Havelock, I bet, just have shitting grins on their face.
Oh, he does. Havelock's gonna speak up, looking at the guard that was talking to them. Actually, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be anything we say can be used in a court of law against us, not just as evidence.
I do not
Wow,
care.
I can't wait to add this to the list of things. Great guards.
Y'all thinking the D&D legal system works the exact same as America? Oh boy, you guys are gonna be disappointed.
Absolutely not. I just like trolling this shit.
Yeah, we just think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Listen, Havelock and the rest of the group probably have more rights than we do in America.
Oh no.
Which is pretty sad if you think about it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome to Politics with Karmora.
Yeah, so after a few minutes, you guys hear, like, in the distance, near where the basement is, just a, oh god! The guards will, like, look back, and,
We told you.
you assume the head guard,
Yeah.
so, like, looks over at the other one, and, the other guard says, goes, what's wrong with him? Quickly runs in. A few minutes pass. And the two guards come back. One of them looking very pale. The other guard that went after the first guard, so like leans in. That's right. Aki can lip read. So
Yeah.
So what you're able to lip read is, there's a body down there. It's, think he might have been killed. So the guard leads in again. Just thinking maybe this was like, I don't know, breaking and entering and just commit murder or something like that. Let me look at myself. And so, like, the head guard goes into the back.
because we could totally rip out someone's spine like that. Fucking idiots.
I mean, to be fair, you guys do have Kindlin, who's pretty, pretty much.
Yeah,
it.
but I don't think a person could decimate someone like that.
Are
That's a
they going to
little
be
iffy.
racist now too?
Yeah.
Man, we really are getting the American experience. We don't get read our rights. We don't get a lawyer. We're now getting racially profiled.
Mm-hmm.
So the two guards that are there, like the one that was whispering, sort of like it's looking at you guys a little bit smug. The first guy, like the other guy looks like he's trying not to throw up. Then after probably about another 5 or 10 minutes, the head guard comes back. You can see he's actually carrying like what looks to be like a bit of bread that was on the plate. That was sort of like, just in there. And just looks at the smug guard and just tosses it. Bite into that, will you? Yeah. Why? Just do it. So like try to bite into it, and you see a visual wince as he tries to bite into stale bread.
Mm-hmm.
It's stale. That's stale. The bones are mostly dry. And we patrolled here an hour ago. So what does it mean? I mean, no, they didn't commit the murder. So it looks back at you all.
Would you like to hear us out now?
Please do.
Yes, I fear many things have been
Aki,
misconstrued.
A curtain base, please.
thank you. So, we were here on a job for Miss Olivia. If you look in my pocket, I have the note. But we were here on a job to basically see like what was taking so long on her commission. And no one was answering the door, so obviously since this person hasn't been seen in days, we kind of broke it on accident. It was an accident. We were just trying to open it and it didn't go well. But we came in and we started to search for the person. Obviously, we saw the food like you did, noticed that it was very old. We went downstairs. And then we found that thing. But we also found something else with it. And if you look in my other pocket, there will be a jar of whatever it is.
So like,
Would you like to check?
Yeah. So like, the guard indicates to the pale one, just so like timidly, so like rummages through the pockets. And pulls out the vial that you have, and the note, and just timidly hands it to the head guard. Sort of reads it.
I don't know what that thing is or was, but it was very big and it was very scary. And as you can see by our clothes, it hurt us quite bad. I collected some of it to show to Olivia to see if she knew.
So like pockets the file and continues reading the letter. So like, spends a few more minutes like reading it and rereading it before he indicates to the two guards. You two, take them to the barracks. Get that other one to speak with Olivia, and bring her to the barracks as well. I'm curious as to why the Archmage would employ thugs.
Thugs?
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
It says in the letter that if Brandon doesn't provide the money, then the people that I have hired, as in you all, will ensure the money is returned.
Well, that doesn't really mean thugs. We are mercenaries, yes, but I don't know. I guess that's up to your interpretation.
So he looks to him. Take him to the garrison.
No. Yeah, and yeah, Aki's gone on it like for half orc. He's gone as white as a sheet as he can basically get.
So you are all collectively, like, extra shackles are put on, like, between the chains, so that you're all sort of in this clump. And the three guards have now begun to escort you, partially dragging you with the longer chain towards the garrison.
Aki look like he about to throw up.
Yeah, and he's trying his hardest while chained up to basically try to sort of put his face down and not be seen.
Yeah, Mev will, like, lean just a little towards him. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Really, what are they going to do?
I'm not worried for my own health here, thank you.
You look kind of worried for your own health. I think you're going to spit up on one of these guys' shoes.
I have a certain reputation to uphold, and a man of my position shouldn't be seen apprehended by town guard. What will get home? Okay.
Oh no, you were falsely accused, and will be acquitted soon.
I don't think anyone here knows your name. Except for
No.
us.
I don't think anyone cares.
I hope, since, head of an esteemed trading family are arrested for petty thievery is not a good look for anyone.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Alright, so you're rather quickly escorted through the city back to the more central area. After a little bit, you go past an inn which you would know, Mevelair, the Warning Tower, because as I mentioned in the last session, right next to it is a Zamhun garrison.
Yep.
Of which you are very quickly escorted in. Obviously, your personal effects and such have been confiscated as well.
Woo!
They're not going to let you walk in, Obviously, like, any armor and such that you got on, they're like, whatever. But
Yeah.
they do, like, basically anything that they literally don't need to, like, undress you for, they take away from you.
So do they take the dagger that Havelock always has strapped to his thigh?
Yeah, I'll roll a perception check. Is it concealed, or...?
It's on the inner thigh. It's kind of awkward to have to grab.
Yeah, they grab the dagger as well.
Bastards.
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
And then,
Da-da-da-da-da.
yeah. So all your obviously don't hide it from your character sheet right now because it'd be a pain in the ass putting it all back in. But yeah, as of right now, you guys only have whatever you are physically wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and you are quickly put into a large, what you assume is a temporary holding cell. You're all still shackled, but you're not, like, shackled together, if that makes sense. So you guys can walk about away from each other. But you guys still have, like, your hands bound.
Yeah. Okay.
So the three guards are currently talking with a fourth guard. This one appears to be much higher ranked than the others. They sort of, like, quickly exchange words. Aki, I know you can lip read, but essentially they're just going over what they've been told and what they've seen. They sort of, like, read the note a few times, and this new guard just says, "Right, okay. Let me know when Olivia shows up. I would like to ask her this myself. Alright, boss. The guard goes away. Anything you guys want to do while waiting for Olivia to show up?
I'd like Dawes to take the form of a rat.
Okay. I assume that Dawes had been... Like, did Dawes, like, come back to you after? Or... Because remember, you would...
Yeah, beforehand he was the Raven, remember, so he could fly to the group. So just going from bird to rat.
Okay, we'll say for the sake of it, because it seemed very weird to, you know, have someone with a raven just there. We'll assume that he turned into a rat before you were arrested, and it's just been, like, chilling in the pocket.
Okay.
Pocket rats.
Let's see. How is everyone doing? I know Aki's having a breakdown.
Yeah, he sort of sat against the wall with his eyes closed, sort of almost like patiently waiting for all this to be over.
Yeah.
Hey, roll 20. Havelock's character sheet's gonna have a breakdown.
How's Havelock?
Havelock's looking okay.
Not his first rodeo.
Not his first rodeo.
By a long shot.
Not at all.
What about Marine?
Marine is just looking around. He seems more interested in what it's like being here.
Wow, it's so neat. I've never been arrested before. Alright, and what about the guards that are there? How do they look?
So the I guess to give them nicknames, the Snary one is still like... Oh, the Smoke one is just kind of keeping an eye on you. The Pale one has been unable to... Actually, one second, let me just check. Has been unable to keep his the contents of his meal in check, and has thrown up into a pot.
Oh.
Poor thing.
And the head guard is just kind of sitting at a table, just kind of, you assume, waiting.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to the one that threw up. Hey, you.
Yeah.
If you need it, there's a water skin. That I have. You can have some.
I've got my own. It's fine.
Oh, okay. You just, you don't look so good.
I don't know what the fuck what happened to him, but
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Are you new?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really sorry that this had to be one of your first experiences.
According to my boss, I'll get used to it. At this point, the head guard speaks up. Won't be the first time you see a body that fucked up.
He's kind of right. Yeah, you're right. But, it's okay that you're a little queasy at first.
So, after a little bit of time, maybe about 15 minutes, hard to keep track of time, indoors when there's basically nothing then just staring.
Mm-hmm.
There's a knock at the door, and the snarky guard opens it, and walking through is the the crimson skin of Elia Vulshawn. She just walks in, it's like, right, what's this about me employing thugs?
Hi!
Oh no, what have you done?
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, at this point, the head guard, so like, without saying anything, goes into the next room. Olivia's just sort of like standing there, just looking at the others. Well, is this the greeting I get? Yes, it is.
They're not very nice.
No,
Except that one. She points to the Queasy guard.
all right there, boy. Yeah, just the snarky guy goes, no, not a word.
Mev gets a mischievous grin on her face looking at the snarky guard.
Eventually, about around this time, the head guard and what you assume to be I don't know the best wording for it, like the captain of the garrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Walks in. The garrison captain looks at you all, looks at Olivia. Right, you three, you can go. Sir, no. Out. The three guards quickly leave. But stay nearby just in case. Door closes behind him. At this point, he gives a little bow to Olivia. Greetings, Archmage. I hope you are well. Well, I'd be much happier if I knew what's going on. Very well. Olivia Volshan, these individuals were detained under crimes of breaking and entering of the Enduring Conviction. They have stated that they were doing work for you. Tell me, has the Archmage of Lanarch stooped so low that they require lackeys to resort to petty crimes in order for you to get noticed? You see a small smile appear from Olivia as she brushes back her hair and leans forward in a somewhat seductive manner. Are you implying my looks would not turn heads, Captain?
Yes.
Aki, with your passive perception, you do notice the captain's head twitch downwards slightly.
He will, and Aki will crack a little smile at that.
Yeah, she's not exactly she's well dressed-ish, but the robes are loose fitting, and she's got an undershirt that I'm not too sure she's maybe undone a button or two. But outside of that small twitch, he doesn't appear to react, and then you just see Olivia's smile just sort of break, just My work is my own, Captain, and I expect deadlines to be completed or informed of delays. After all, I'm honoring them with my business. If I don't get it, then of course I'm going to get my money back. Surely you know of this. And does that involve the killing of civilians? She sort of looks at you lot with a look of horror. I thought I told you not to hurt him.
We didn't, and he knows that we didn't. It was literally proven.
You're part of... The guard looks back at you. You're partially right. I have no doubt that your little cell swords were not responsible for the death of Brandon. However, you say that you had him do work, and it turns out that Brandon is dead. His back ripped open, killed. If not by them, then surely, based on what they've told me, it's whatever you had him do.
If you look in my bag there's a really shitty looking book. It's got some extra notes from what he was working on. Don't know if it'll help, but doesn't hurt.
Captain just looks at you, heads to the door, knocks on it a few times. See if there's an old book in one of their possessions and bring it to me. You hear a muffle sound from the other side of the door. At this point, there's a bit of silence before Olivia speaks up and says, I assure you that not what I intended to do. Of course not. I know what you arcane users are like.
What does he mean by that? Excuse me.
Hmm.
Right, well, while we wait for this, what about in regards to them? So, looks at you all again. Well, are you willing to pay their bail? Pay their bail? They did nothing wrong. Breaking and entering is still breaking and entering.
But it was with just cause. There was someone hurt in there.
But you didn't know that when you broke in, did you?
I suppose, but there was literally someone dead in there. You probably wouldn't have known for literal days. In fact, you didn't.
Yeah, didn't the guards, when they picked us up, say they, just checked there an hour ago, and it was really run down. It was kind of disgraceful. Why didn't they check on him?
Yeah, no one checked on him, and now we're being punished for doing so?
Did he even pay his taxes? You would think the guards would be checking for that.
You knew he was missing, and you didn't do anything.
Both of you make separate persuasion checks.
Woo! Oh, man. Woo!
Go, Mav!
So, looks at you all again, looks back at Olivia. I suppose that one has a point. So, leans back a bit more. However, let's get your details sorted before I decide what to do with them. As you wish. So, looks at Olivia looks at you all and just gives a bit of a reassuring smile. Eventually,
Mev looks apologetic.
eventually, the head guard shows up with the book that was found underneath Brandon, and the captain takes the book and begins just quickly sifting through it. You can tell, especially those that are more alchemically adept, so to speak. He's not the information that he's reading there is going through one ear out the other. He very much isn't very good with this alchemy stuff until he gets to the final bit. So flips it round to what you assume is a part where it mentioned that Olivia would get results regardless.
Some cult shit.
Mm-hmm. So shows it to her. Well, that's certainly ominous. Just closes the book. So, what was this little business plan that you got? It's classified. I'm sure you're right. Yes, I know. It's always classified with you. Every time. So, looks back at you lot. Fine. I shall simply let the consul know of what you've done then. Oh, I'm sure there's no need to do that. No, I insist. After all, a citizen of Lanarch has been killed under your watch. Surely the consul would want to know that. Could you, what if it wasn't me? What if it was someone else?
What is she about to say?
She's about to make a persuasion check. The captain has a small smile. Oh? So, this Brandon person was given a job by you, but your job wasn't the one that killed him. It was somebody else or something else, You know how it is. Rivalries between fellow mages, and sometimes they want to stop others.
Can I assist her with this?
What do you say to assist?
Well, Olivia is technically right. He could have had other jobs from other people and something went wrong. Even though there was a job from her, it isn't proof that the job that she gave killed them.
Okay. Alright.
She's probably so evil, but she's so hot.
At this point, the captain sighs. Very well, then. We'll play it your way, Olivia. If you can find proof that somebody else was responsible for it, I will still inform the consul, but I will make sure to put you in a positive light. But if you don't, then I will simply say it as is. That you, indirectly, have caused the death of a citizen. Is that sufficient? I suppose so, but what about them? So he looks at you all again. I shall take their word on good faith that they were concerned that nobody answered and broke in out of concern. But I don't have a whole lot of goodwill, so I would advise these sellswords to be more careful next time.
We can do that. That is fair.
Good. Just goes back to the door and knocks in a few times. Get the keys for the prisoners' shackles, get their equipment, and ensure it's returned to them in due course. You hear like a bit of an audible bit. Actually, Aki, with your passive perception, you hear, "Are you serious?" Yes, I am serious. Now, quickly.
Mev looks to Aki. See?
I suppose I may have been more lenient than I assumed.
So, eventually all your equipment is returned to you. You're certainly, obviously... actually, Havelar, make a perception check for me, just quickly.
Yes. Perception?
Yes.
9.
Okay, it's nothing.
Right.
Oh.
Um,
Instantly suspicious.
so eventually you get all your gear back, you are freed from your shackles, and now you're standing, like, outside of the cell itself.
Where's the smug guard?
He's not there. It is...
Oh, man.
It is the head guard and the captain. And Olivia.
So I have some complaints.
I do not care for your complaints.
Oh no, not about, like, your treatment of us or anything. Just a couple of things about one of the guards.
And?
Let's see. We had to read our own rights out to him to make sure he understood what they were supposed to be.
You see the head guard, like, visibly facepalm.
We were manhandled. We were denied the right to a lawyer.
I do not know what one of those are.
Oh my god.
You don't know what a lawyer is?
Lawyers
Oh my
don't exist in Karmora.
God.
It's medieval times.
We're just bullying Tom. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a few weeks since we've been able to do that. You know, you got to catch up on the bullying quota, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if we don't harass at least one British person every week, we start to take psychological damage, and Ed's never around.
Hey, I'm around once a
Oh.
week for these sessions, thank you.
Okay. So after Havelock terrorizes
I like the idea of like our group of lunatics basically introducing the world to, like, the legal concept of habeas corpus or something like that.
Although, to be honest, I would like to make the complaint that they refused to check on a clearly broken down, dilapidated shop.
with a
Like,
person
that's
that's been missing for days.
Yeah, like, that's
Yeah.
just bad practice, dude.
Well, so Tom, how long was Brandon left dead? before
About
we
4
found him?
days.
So
Okay,
yeah,
so it
that's
wouldn't
a
be-
while.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like falling down and like.
Yeah, no, the house
The
wouldn't
masonry would
have
be
fallen
falling
apart
The
in
house
4 days.
is fine, but the dude's been missing for like 4 days, and they knew that he was missing. They commented on it.
And
So
Tom
that's-
also described
the
the
only
outside
thing.
as like pretty shitty looking. Like,
I mean,
as
yeah,
taken
but
care
More
of.
of the
It's
general
shitty.
area.
Yeah.
Like you guys are near an area, like it was near an area called the Flanks, which is the more rundown area.
Yeah.
So it
So,
was
in-
kind of par for the course. Like,
It's okay, Tom. We're teasing.
I'm aware of this, but I still feel I need to justify. It is in my nature. Anyway. Right. Well, so like looks over at the headsguard. I will look into that. But obviously,
He will not.
is there anything else that you would like? Olivia speaks up. Yes. Brandon's journal. Why? I need to see what he wrote in it to get an idea of how to clear my name. Very well. Just hands a journal to her.
Can I insight if Olivia? I mean, she's being suspicious as fuck, but is she being truthful that she did not do it?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Mhm. Oh, wow,
I
Mev.
will whisper it to you.
yes!
What's with your luck today?
God damn, son.
I am God.
I think we've given her too much power.
I'm having so much fun, guys.
Yes, no, I just spell that. I think that's succinct enough rather than spend like half an hour typing in detail.
Just Thomas wrote, Olivia's being a sussy little baka.
No.
Okay.
God, I saw a Twitter video of someone like doing this on Kira's thing where it's like talking about events and the voice actor for Freddy Fazbear making an Among Us joke.
Oh, yes.
You need to run.
We have heard it.
Man, there are so many variations of that on TikTok. I genuinely don't know what's gonna show up at the end of the Freddy. You should be in lockdown.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's like fucking Russian roulette at this point.
For the Among Us bit thing, it's like the fact that the actual voice actor partook in it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so at that point it's like, right, if that's the case, off with you all. And you are
Okay.
rather unceremoniously like ushered out of the garrison.
You know, these people are not very polite.
You know, we could probably stay close by for a little bit.
I actually wanted to talk to Olivia.
Olivia is there with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning in to Havelock and
Ah, right,
telling
okay.
him this.
Yeah, but Mev, we got
Yes.
Dawes now. I could hear what's going on inside.
Okay, you do that. I talk to Olivia. We can do both.
That's very true. Aki, I'm gonna need your eyes.
You know they don't grow back, don't you?
No, I just need you to stay with me. Come here, off to the side.
Oh, right.
Oh my goodness.
What-
that was funny.
What are they doing?
Just
We're doing gay
Looking-
shit.
get. Oh.
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 I mean, there's a tavern just across there. If you
Okay.
Ooh.
Mev is
Oh.
going to go to Olivia and kind of like gently touch her shoulder.
Olivia,
yes.
you know, I'm very sorry that things turned out this way. But I would like to know if this does have something to do with you. I can see on your face that you look really worried.
I don't know. I'm trying to. Look, I don't have the full story. Clearly, they kept it rather distinct. You were there. Whatever it is that killed it, you experienced. So,
Mm-hmm.
so like looks around. Not here. Not right now. Meet me in the Arcane
Okay.
Vanguard. At your leisure, and you can explain it to me then, and I can give you a sufficient reward as well for this.
Alright. You know, even if something happened, I don't think that you have bad intentions.
I would hope not. I would definitely hope not. I'll see you at the Arcane Vanguard. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And she sort of like tries to conceal the bloody journal that she's got.
Mm-hmm.
Does a okayish job and just quickly sets off. So, Havelock and Aki, what you doing? Outside gay shit.
I don't know.
Okay, Aki, I basically just need you to stay here and like tap my arm or
Pretty.
something if something really bad's gonna happen. Because I don't know.
Quantify something bad.
Guards come asking what we're doing. You see someone shady, and I don't trust what you think as shady, but you know, you see someone shady coming our way. You think there's danger. You have
So-
anxiety. Use it to your best judgment.
So if I see another person with your kind of demeanor, warn you. Got it?
Exactly. I'm gonna take out Dawes, and I'm gonna give him a little smooch on his rat nose.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, buddy. You're gonna go in there. I'm gonna be looking through your eyes. And I need you to get to the head guard, give him a little description.
Yeah, sorry.
And I just need to listen.
Hey.
Alright. I'm gonna set him down. Go, my boy.
Okay. So Dawes makes a run across a busy street. No, I'm not gonna make you roll to avoid him being stomped on. Make a stealth check using the stats of a rat.
Rat stats, rat stats. What the fuck's the stat of a rat?
Should be in the compodium.
Yes, but there's like 80 things that have rat in its name.
The one that says rats.
Yes,
it's
I
just a straight roll.
Oh,
It's just a straight D20 roll.
17.
17. Okay. So Dawes is able to sort of like squeeze through the gap in the door.
Mhm.
And is able to sort of very quickly sort of like press himself up against the side of the wall.
Mhm.
The head guard, the captain, and the snarky guard are all there in the center area. There is a bit of a heated discussion between them. But yeah, with that 17, yeah, you're able to get pretty damn close, so you can clearly hear it. I don't understand why you didn't arrest her then. Simple. She's an archmage. What would our reputation be if we were to arrest her and then it turns out that she was wrong? Like this person, so like, looks towards the snarky god. Well, there was a dead body there, so I thought, yes, you thought that they were dead. Killed by the mercenaries. How many years have you been on the post? About 2 or 3. And you still don't know when a dead body has been dead for a while? I guess not. I want you to put guards near the Arcane Vanguard. You still don't trust her? Of course I don't trust her. I've never trusted those kinds of people. Not only is she an arcane user, she's a tiefling. Well, I mean, I've never had any bad experiences with her. Yes, but you haven't been here as long as I have. Every time she does something, something goes wrong. Like what? Oh, well, normally it's property damage or injuries and such. This is the first time it's escalated to death. I'm at my limit at this point on turning the other way because she's an archmage of Lanarch. Right, should it be Oz? No. She knows your face. Those mercenaries know your face. Get one of the others to do it. Right, what should I say to them? That we change their patrol route. That's simple enough. Right, okay, and, what about the enduring concoction? What do you mean about, what about the enduring concoction? Put the fucking door back on and then deal with the body. Right, like, next of kin? No, into the sewers. Of course, next of kin. Right, sure thing. And the head guard and the snarky guard, so, like, leave. Do you follow the head guard, or are you still, like, having Dodds stay there?
I'm gonna have him follow the guard.
Okay. Make another stealth check then, since you are moving to a different bit. But okay. Dawes is still doing pretty good. Before like Dawes just goes through the door and such, you do hear the captain just go, "Fucking people we hire, I swear."
All right.
So, Dawes is following behind the snarky guard and the head guard.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in silence for the most part before the snarky guard speaks up. So, he doesn't like her much, does he? No. And again, he's very by the book, and you know that thing where you fear what you can't understand? Oh yeah. He doesn't understand the first thing about tieflings or the arcane, so it's kind of a bit of a bias for him. Yeah, I can tell that, yeah. You ever dealt with any of those lot? Once. A few times I've dealt with insurgents. They've had a few arcane users. Pretty scary stuff, honestly. Yeah, I can imagine. Where's Vosh anyway? Well, probably still throwing up somewhere. Don't blame him, honestly. He'll get used to it. Yeah, I hope so. Don't think you're off the hook either. What do you mean? I mean, jumping to conclusions and assuming murder right away. I mean, what do you expect? I need you to make you eat stale bread again. No, I'd rather not. Right. Well, next time, have a bit more of a level head. Keep that ego in check and your glory in your head. You want glory? Go become a sellsword like them. You're here to do a job and we're doing it right. Alright. Okay. We're gonna get in a lot of shit for all this, aren't we? Oh, most definitely. And the conversation sort of ends there. You can keep following if you'd like.
No, I'm gonna take Dawes back. I don't want Aki to have a panic attack.
Okay. Yeah, Dawes would definitely, because if I remember correctly with Find Familiar, you can sort of like, bamf them in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your vision sort of like goes black for a second and you come back to your own vision and just,
The guards just hear a sudden.
Yeah,
right.
right before like you lose, like as Dawes like squeaks right before he bans eyes, you just hear a. What, did you hear something?
Oh no, it's the Arcane.
Alright, I'm gonna put a big ol' hand on Aki's shoulder. Did anything happen?
By the way, when he put his arm on his shoulder, he visibly jumps.
No, I don't think anyone spotted us, or if they did, they didn't assume we were doing anything untoward.
Havok's just looking at you very confused. Why did you jump? I've been standing right next to you this entire time.
Well, I was focused. I wasn't paying you any mind. I was trying to keep vigilant and make sure no one was out to get us.
Good job, Aki. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. What time of day is it?
It's early afternoon.
So, oh, Crown Prince of Crime, what did you have planned for the rest of the day?
Doing gay shit.
Doing gay shit, correct.
Okay.
Do some gay shit, maybe a little bit of arson. We could steal a horse. Could kill somebody with a coconut. Or how about you and I head back to the group and we settle down so I can tell you what I heard.
If you want to involve me in matters, I would much prefer the latter to the former, but I'm not going to stop you doing it.
Oh, that's no fun. Don't you want even just a little experience?
Experience is seeing the world, experiencing culture, learning new fascinating things. What's not studying the intricate stonework of every cell from here to Garazun.
But see, that is some life experience. You're learning how much strength do you need to kill somebody with a coconut. You learn how certain buildings burn, the best way to burn them.
I'm
You
not
learn to deal with the guards.
I'm not sure that's the exact kind of knowledge I'd recommend any said individual to learn, if I'm perfectly honest.
I mean, I think it's pretty important to learn that sort of stuff. But
Well,
I mean, come on, look at you. You probably never even kissed a girl. Guy. Maybe not pillow.
I did once, but it couldn't. I don't like talking about such matters. I'm going to return to our base of operations. You may do what you will. I think I should be quite okay making my way home. I don't think I end up cowering in a panic attack by some mortar trough or anything. I should be okay.
I'm coming with you. Let's go, Aki.
Yeah. And so yeah, he starts walking from the walking back from the garrison back to the
what?
Back to the where we're staying, the inn.
The old barracks, you mean?
The old barracks. That's it. Sorry, I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah, the old barracks.
Pretty sure I mentioned that like 3 or 4 times.
You probably did, yeah.
Okay, so I assume you're all reconvening in the old barracks?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the journey to the old barracks is uneventful. It's a different direction from the Arcane Vanguard, so if any of you were sort of following after Olivia, you sort of go your separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
But you arrive into it, and it's pretty quiet right now. Pretty much only Zambron and maybe 1 or 2 of the patrons.
Zambron.
Oh, guards, what the hell happened to you?
We got attacked and then arrested. I need a drink.
Right. Coming right up.
Thank you.
Mev, like, flops on a chair.
Alright.
Ah.
He very quickly gets you some ale.
Thank you. You are so nice. And the guards are so mean.
They're guards. They're, dicks.
Stupid buttheads.
That's a nicer way of saying it.
I guess dicks is more assertive.
Pretty good when it comes to breaking up a bar fight, though. Can't deny that.
Thank you for the drink.
No problem.
So, like,
Go
walks
ahead and
back.
give him the coin.
Yep, that is 2 copper.
2 copper. Oh, okay.
Mev takes a long sip.
Yep, it's
So-
familiar.
What did we learn?
The guards are dicks.
The guards are dicks. Yeah.
I was going to say that prison cells should probably be built more sturdy.
I don't
Why-
know if I agree with that. That makes it more difficult to get out.
Why say you that? Had you already conceived of a plan to bust it out of there if it went south?
No. Just seemed very counterintuitive to be cold and damp when that would wear down the rock.
Shh, don't tell them that. We can't let them catch on.
It takes away the fun game of cat and mouse, you know?
suppose.
Looks to Aki. So, how was your first time getting arrested?
Frightful. Deeply frightful, I think, is the best way of putting it. I imagine it's probably something I will have become accustomed to, but if I had decisions over every single facet of our experiences, I would try to not experience that one ever again, frankly.
You want to know what happened when I was arrested for the first time?
You know what? Humor my imagination. I'm guessing broke out of the place and then burned it to the ground to cover your tracks.
I was 12. I cried a lot.
Oh,
I got sticky fingers and I stole a piece of jewelry from this rich lady. I got caught because I wasn't very good, and my mom had to bail me out. I cried and cried the entire time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be sorry. I mean, you know, I'm a pirate. I was bound to get arrested eventually. I was just embarrassed.
I know, but I remember. I remember when I was 12. The last place I'd want to be is somewhere like that, and that's traumatic for anyone that age.
Well, I'm really just telling you because, you know, you don't have to be all calm and collected your first time. It's a pretty scary thing. And also, do you think that I'm an arsonist? That I'm just naturally that way?
No, but I know that you would have been well trained, and so perhaps if you were to make an escape, it would be paramount in your plans to make sure that as much of your route and destination is obfuscated as possible. And so the most
obfuscated.
Sorry, it means hidden, obscured. So those trying to follow after you lose the scent.
Right. Okay.
So you see, if I'm imagining a master criminal escaping somewhere, it would be get the guards to deal with some calamitous events, so that your truancy would seem minor in the circumstances.
I mean, I'm not really some master criminal, and I wasn't born that way.
I do have one question though. With your first time,
Mm-hmm.
were you trying to steal honey with your bare hands or something? But before you took the jewels.
Oh, you mean the sticky fingers?
Yes. How did your fingers get sticky? Were you?
No, it's not actually like that. It's it basically means that I can't keep my hands to myself, and whatever I take, quote unquote, sticks to me.
Okay.
I think the fancy word's kleptomaniac.
Kleptomaniac, yes.
Sounds about right, yes.
Listen, you know, it was such a pretty bracelet. It had these rubies on it, and it was so nice. I had to apologize to her after. My mama was not happy.
What happened to the bracelet? Were you able to keep it, or did you have to?
Oh no, I had to return it. and then my mama took all of my jewelry as compensation. Oh, we may be pirates, but my mama does not like petty thievery.
You know, I'm starting to figure out that pirates aren't quite the villainous, amoral, marauding hordes that I've been led to believe.
The master criminals that plunge ships and burn villages, all in the sake of treasure, right?
Perhaps a tad hyperbolic, but along the right lines, yes.
I don't think so. I think, considering the way you talk, it's kind of funny. It's very dramatic and theatrical. Kind of like it. Don't
You
get me
see-
wrong, it's kind of stupid, but
You see, from where I come from, we only ever hear about your kind either from reports of cargo ships missing at sea, or from swashbuckling adventure stories and dramatic plays of heroic heroes and swooning maidens and glory upon the high seas.
well, there is some truth to it, as there is truth to all stereotypes. But,
Pirate women are prone to fainting? Or...
usually in those stories it's like a noblewoman and a pirate man. So
Yes.
noblewomen are prone to fainting. But,
She's very right about that.
just remember that sometimes there might be, just a little girl. And sometimes, that's just, it is what it is.
Yes, I suppose I have been conceptualizing things that are skin deep. I do apologize.
You should write, like, a play or something.
No, please. I have handwriting like a ponderous ogre. I'm not.
Mev,
Like-
looks at him questioningly. I've
I'm
seen
not-
your handwriting. It is fancy as fuck.
That's where I come from. That's honestly a bit slovenly.
A bit slovenly? That is ridiculous. This is like the prettiest handwriting that I have ever seen, ever, in my life. I bet that they couldn't even read my handwriting at all.
Well,
That's the secret. All nobles are secretly illiterate besides their own specific speech. That's it. I figured it out, Halflock.
Huh? What? Havelock looks up from playing little game of patty cake with Dawes on the table.
Nobles write a specific way because they're illiterate otherwise.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Hearing you talk to this about this, Aki's face sort of drops, but there's still he's not very good at acting, so you can tell he's smirking and smiling, but what he thinks a face of like deep shock would be.
Yeah.
And he goes,
like my word, the secret escaped.
So it's true? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
Yes,
I
yes,
can't believe
yeah.
this.
Yes. Every iota that we do. Each of us have a fine-tuned language that we're given by our guardians on our 18th birthdays. Yes.
But then, Aki, you shouldn't be offended that they don't like your handwriting. It basically just means you're bilingual.
Oh
Like
my
that.
god, he likes men and women?
That is bisexual.
Oh, sorry,
And-
I get him confused.
And- Yeah, and
Well, actually, I don't know. Aki, do you like men or women? Or men and women?
I'm.
I think he likes tea.
Tea. You can be sexually attracted to tea. I guess there is some good tea.
I mean, get that nice cup, a little bit of sparkles in it. But anyways, speaking of secrets, and I plop Dawes in the center of the table, I have some shit to tell you guys. And Dawes here's gonna be our little actor. Aren't you?
Yeah,
Mev
wait,
looks
what?
to Aki. You can see me later.
and you can see to Aki, that's almost like saying like you can talk about this kind of stuff to me later. Is honestly seen as a bit of a threat.
Is Daz still in rat form?
Currently, yes.
Okay, so only you hear him say that, not because otherwise.
Oh, hello, little mouse. You are so cute.
It's Daz.
Hi.
Isn't he adorable?
Hello, Daz.
Keep in
How
mind,
are
you're not hearing any of this. You're just hearing
Yeah, I know.
squeaks. It's just what Havelock's
Yeah.
hearing.
Do you want some food?
Yeah.
Was that a yes?
I don't know, Daz. You're gonna have to look pretty cute if that was a yes.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That was a yes. He would like some food.
Okay. And Mev will take out some of her rations and give him a little piece of like jerky. If there's some fucking cheese in there, I give him the cheese.
There is. Cheese is typically long lasting.
Yeah. I imagine there's like the typical Lunchables, like cheese, meat, and crackers.
God. I just had a flashback to when I was 6 years old, thanks to that.
Wait,
Honestly-
are you implying that all rations are just low quality Lunchables?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Have you
What,
seen an
charcuterie boards, which is
MRE?
high-end ones?
An MRE is just a really low quality Lunchable.
Genuinely, yes.
No, some MREs are really good.
Yeah, so, I was going to say
Yeah.
some
Depends on the
memories are
country.
actually pretty good.
It depends on the country.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah,
All
Like,
right.
did you ever try the
English ones
pork
are-
patty MRE?
English ones are okay, I think. Our rat packs, I think.
I will give him a bit of my rations. Okay, now tell us your secrets.
So like
Alright,
looks over it does look at you, Havelock. I don't know what the fuck you expect from me, my rat.
Okay. I'm speaking to him telepathically. Okay. So here's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the second person. You're gonna be the other guard. Remember, you
my
saw all this
God.
happening.
Wait, which one? Snarky one, the one that was talked down to by the one that spoke to the big titty lady, or
We're just gonna start from the beginning. I'll be the main guard, and then you can be the other one. And we're just gonna act this out really quickly.
about the
You know,
third
we're gonna
one?
do a little performance.
what about the third one though? There were 3 of them, and then it went to 2 of them.
I'm just gonna plop a piece of bacon down in the center of the table. That's gonna be the third one.
Right.
Oh my god.
So am I the one that was like snarky, or am I the one?
Yeah, you're gonna be the snarky one.
Okay, all right.
You're very good at being the snarky one. I feel you could really pull that off.
It's a
All right.
talent.
Can I roll performance with advantage?
Oh my god.
You know what? We'll make it 2 separate performance checks. You and what you call? I'll do the roll for Dawes, because it's just a
Okay.
straight roll.
We're gonna get a play starring Havelock, a rat, and a piece of bacon. Yeah, that's what I
That's par for the
expected.
course. Dawes rolled a 5 as well.
It went about as well as a play with Havelock.
You know,
a rat
we're
and a piece
just
of
watching
bacon.
this go on, and Mev, though not getting anything, looks so amused.
It's,
Listen, you
Sweet.
get to have Havelock doing like 3 different voices here, acting out with a rat and a piece of bacon in the middle of our food. This is great for you guys.
you know those. You know, like when you see those plays of like kids who are like 4 or 5, and it's clear that they
Yeah.
haven't gotten that acting talent yet.
Yeah.
It's
Mitchell
about
performed
on
it,
par with that. Like very disorganized and such. The information that goes through, but the performance is it needs a lot of workshopping.
Mev at the end is just like, "Yay, bravo! That was so good."
I heard about time in prison resulting in madness, but I didn't realize it was this fast acting.
You also get 5 copper for the performance, as people were sort of looking. Since it is a rat on its hind legs trying to mimic stuff poorly, but
Oh.
some of them were so deep in their, but like the patrons were so deep in their cups that they were more than obviously they didn't hear any of it.
Yeah,
Like, they could just see it, but they're just like, ah, it just threw a few copper at you.
that's so great. Oh man. Oh, Daz, you are so talented. You are such a good actor.
Thanks. Don't get to do it much in the hells.
I don't know what you said, but
I
your
know.
squeaks are very adorable.
He
Maybe-
says thanks. He'd like a kiss.
But what?
You'd like a kiss?
No.
Mav, picks her up
Look how
and kisses
excited!
his nose.
Mwah.
There you go.
Devils, damn it.
Okay, so what I got from this was that the guards are watching us. Yes, or going to.
Mostly.
Okay. And, the
Captain is super racist.
We saw that coming 6 miles away.
Yeah, I heard him say your kind, and whenever someone says your kind, it's never good. And as she says this, Mev looks to Aki for a moment and then looks away.
I mean, yes.
okay. Then I have something to tell you guys too. Olivia would like us to meet her in the Arcane section, to talk about all of this and to discuss payment, and I don't know if you guys personally would like to help her, but I don't know, she seems so nice.
Does she really seem nice, Mev?
What do you mean? Yes, she does seem nice. And she has really big boobies.
There we go. I certainly understand where you're coming from here. But if we're going to this, I'm going in invisible. So we're going to make it quick.
To allow your imagination to picture her, she does have an hourglass figure. Quite a problem.
Woo!
We remember the important character design details, Tom.
I
The
tend
important
to
ones.
avoid that stuff because I know how much you guys get distracted by the horny.
Mev will look to Marine, Aki, and Kindling, who's being puppeted.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
did she say that she only wanted to see you or the entire, all of us?
She said that she wanted to see us.
Okay, because
She just wanted to see me, though. I would not mind either.
Mevalair.
Yeah.
You will have a guardian rat at your side if that so happens.
I do not need a guardian.
She might have just had somebody killed. You will take the fucking guardian rat or I will guardian spider in your hair.
I mean, in addition, I can transmogrify into a small creature as well if you need.
Well, this is just a hypothetical. But anyways, she says she wants to see all of us. But, if you guys want to help her, I personally would like to help her. I mean, really, even if she did it, I really don't think that she's mean. I saw her. She looked really, really worried when she heard about this.
Well, of course, if she had somebody killed, that'd be pretty damn bad for her reputation. She'd lose out on a lot of money. I think we could get maybe like 100 gold or so from her to split between the party. What's her title? Mage?
I think we should
Archmage?
have luck. We shouldn't, name numbers before she names one. But I don't know, like, she was really polite in the shop and everything, and she was really concerned about bailing us out despite the fact that she might get in trouble. A mean person doesn't do that.
That is fair. We could have just been left there.
Indeed, she didn't have to clear her name, I suppose, yes.
And,
She could have had plausible deniability, indeed.
exactly. She could have just said that she didn't even know us. She could have said that we forged the letter. But, she didn't. So, what are your opinions? Mev's like tapping the table.
I think we should check it out at least.
Yes, I think if she wanted us dispose of, she already had an opportunity to do it, so I suspect we can at least place a small bit of trust in her.
Indeed we can. Besides, it's more work.
Okay, so we're going to meet Olivia. The question is when, because we do know that, if we go in there, she's being watched and we're going to be watched, and they know what we look like.
We could do it in the morning.
I don't think that's really going to change if people know.
No, it's not. I'm just tired.
That is true. We were pretty beaten up, especially
Yes.
Aki. Look at him.
Havelock leans back in his chair, putting his feet up on the table. Y'all really look like shit. Like, I'm sorry, but you look like shit.
Mev looks down at herself and her torn up attire, and then Havelock. That is so mean.
What does Havelock look like? How's his outfits these days?
Pretty sure Havelock wasn't touched.
Yeah, Havelock's pretty fine. I mean, might have a little bit of residue on his chest, but
I have to get new clothes and stuff and patch these up.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've got some extra clothes for you. I've got something for you to wear to bed tonight. You're fine.
Well,
That's my answer.
He saw Aki just crack a little bit of a smile.
well, by the sounds of it, if all goes well, she won't be wearing anything to bed tonight, eh?
She's staying in my room.
Mev looks to Aki genuinely surprised. Yeah?
No, I thought you were. It's clear to see that you.
Are you
Certainly
hitting on me?
No, but it's clear that you fancy this Olivia woman, so
Yes, but we're not meeting her tonight. That's
We're not.
a little questionable, Aki.
no, I'm trust me, things have got trust me when I say this, things got misconstrued.
Insight.
Okay,
Just
I'm
to
not hiding.
fuck with him.
I'm not hiding anything.
Really?
Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god.
Really?
What's going on?
What?
I
Have you got-
See, roll 20's dice. Thank you very much.
Have you got loaded dice over there somehow?
I guess fucking so. Yeah,
Um,
what's Aki looking like in reaction to all of this?
He's looking
Read me
dead
his
serious.
thoughts. Does he not look embarrassed by the conversation? This seems like
He-
something Aki would be embarrassed about.
He does look embarrassed, but it's not necessarily
Yeah.
like, oh no, you found hidden feelings. It's just like, no, please, I misled you by accident.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
very
mean what I'm
aware.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to
Okay.
hear the embarrassment.
You know, Aki, if you like a girl, you shouldn't talk about her naked first thing. You should say like, "Oh, she has such pretty eyes," or you know, "I like the way that you stab things."
That's arousing around these parts.
I
Efficiency
mean,
in killing.
it is kind of, a woman of my athleticism appreciates when her talents are known. I mean, look at my muscles.
And then she just started flexing at the table.
Yeah.
Pick up these down. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Mev was talking about, if Aki's into her, he shouldn't be talking about her naked first thing.
No, it's of no personal offense to you, but I can firmly say that you are not within the scope of my desires, if that makes sense.
You mean I'm not your type?
Yes, exactly. Very much so, not.
That is fair. Okay, but who is your type of the group? Hmm?
Do we have to have this conversation?
It's incredibly just exasperating.
It's just, it's a little fun. We had an exhausting day, and now we're just getting to know one another. Do you want me to tell you what my type is?
Fine.
I like them big, big shoulders. Actually, Koto is really, honestly, you're not so bad too, but you talk way too much. Actually, the talking wouldn't be bad if you didn't stutter all the time. It's just like, just speak. But yeah, I like big people.
Alright, I suppose given you've done the courtesy, it's only fair. Mine's hard to describe. I'm not really drawn towards physical affectations. You can see he's
You like
certainly
someone really smart. Is that it?
not necessarily intelligence. It's more the pleasance of their company. I don't quite know what, but it has to be with the person they are, not necessarily the appearance they maintain.
Okay. Havelock?
Yeah, what's up?
What about you? What is your type?
Why are you asking me this?
I mean, me and Aki talked about it, and now we're asking you. You're participating in the conversation.
Oh, right. Yep. Well, I don't know. I like him cute.
Cute? What is cute to you?
I like brunettes, I guess.
You give such lackluster answers. I would expect you of all people to, talk about the shape of a woman's butt. I don't know.
If we're going to be making an evening of this, would some people prefer some drinks?
I thought you didn't drink.
I don't, but I'm worrying about the other personages around the table.
You want drinks? Get drinks. Okay, Marine, I am so very curious, okay? I know that you probably don't have any human urges.
Mevler, I
But-
don't think he even has a dick.
I would love to know though if like you can even constitute someone as attractive.
Yes. I can.
Yes? Oh my goodness. Okay. So then what is attractive to you?
This is slightly awkward, however. I would say what constitutes as attractive to me is someone that's a bit of a free spirit. Someone who knows exactly what they want in their life and works hard at achieving it. One that always smiling, preferably out toward the ocean.
That is very specific, but okay, that is interesting though. Is that a you thing or is that like a scientific thing?
I am pretty sure it is specific to me. If other Warforged were to speak, I'm certain they would say something like, someone that could repair me. However, I am quite self-sufficient in that.
That is so interesting. And Mev has like her hands on her face pushing up her cheeks. It is so fascinating to know that like you, even though you don't have like a brain, I mean, I guess you do kind of have a brain, but not, not the way that mine works. You have your own feelings on something that really seems really specific to people, like fleshy people.
Indeed, I imagine many of my kind would not have such a thing.
Well, that just makes you really interesting then.
I thank you.
This is so fun. I am so glad that we get to sit here and talk like this.
I'm glad to be feeling.
Does no one else look like they're enjoying this conversation?
I think I would rather sit here and eat my own boot.
It is quite interesting to me, actually.
Oh, come on. Okay, then what do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. We could play a card game or.
Honestly,
Well, Boot Eater, make a suggestion. My conversation is so boring.
It's not boring, it's just awkward, but keeping on the awkwardness. Who within our little group do you find most attractive?
Hmm?
Yeah, you, Pipsqueak. Little Miss Mevelair, who do you find the most attractive?
Do not talk like that.
Oh, do not talk like what?
Well, it's not you. I mean, I guess I kind of gave my answer. I thought that Koto was cute. And then I said, that I think Aki is cute. I think you
Yes,
all are cute.
I was the distant second, I believe.
You're so gloomy. But no, I think that you all are very, very cute. I don't know if I want to, make babies with you. But I would be, blind to say that you guys aren't attractive people.
Well,
Don't even
you.
have a house or a ship. Why would anyone think about making babies?
so
I was just using it as a phrase.
wait. So have a look for your companion. The only thing of concern is their material possessions.
Aki, I would not raise my children without at least somewhere to keep them.
All right. Specifically, starting a family, I can see your point. As in, forming a life with someone, letting them be your other half, let them accompany you throughout the twists and turns of the route of your life. I'm not sure what they physically possess is of quite as much importance to as who they are as a person, or how they make you feel.
Aki, it honestly matters not too much to me what the other person may look like, what they have. They just need to understand that my first love and my first home will always be with the sea. I was born on a beach, I was raised on the waves, I live life on ships. This is the farthest inland I've gone in many, many, many years.
No offense intended, but that's almost like saying my soulmate is because I run a trading business. My soulmate is a pile of money.
I mean, it could be. I've known some pretty weird guys.
I don't know. I think it, makes sense to want a partner that knows what's important to you and respects that.
Like you said, you want someone smart.
I didn't say necessarily smart. It's an appealing feature, yes, but not the be-all end-all. It's difficult since I feel like you really need to know a person, as in every factor of their being, their wants, desires, their dreams, their fears, in order to truly form attachment and resent their very company,
Oh wow, that's really intense.
I suppose yes, but if we must be forced to be honest about the nature of our desires, why not commit honesty in the absolute?
I suppose that is fair. And I mean, if that's what you want with a person, then what do you want with a person?
Indeed. Though part of me wishes... Havelock, since you're the one who brought up it, who do you find most attractive in the party?
That isn't true. Mev brought it up to Aki.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Mev's just gonna put... Havelock's just gonna put a big old arm around Mev and pull her close. Clearly my little, You're clinging like a starfish. Pretty cute like one too. My little starfish here.
Dang.
Plus, have you seen her punch something? Ah, the hottest thing.
I I am not sure whether to be offended by being called a starfish or flattered.
Listen, starfish are the ones that sit on the mermaid's tits. Is that not where you'd like to be?
Yes, there are. I suppose there are more grotesque creatures in the infinite oceans, aren't there?
Starfish,
Oh, so many.
starfish are
Ever-
actually
Hmm? Hmm?
starfish are actually quite strong.
Have you fought one?
I have
What
tried to
is-
remove one. From
Oh
a
yeah,
rock.
yeah, they cling a lot.
Indeed, it is quite hard to move them.
Well, I guess I should be flattered that you think that I am the cutest.
Adorable. Head smooch.
I heard that.
Okay, so do you guys just talk the rest of the afternoon away, or is there any other actions that you're doing?
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's about mid-afternoon.
Okay,
Mid-afternoon
although
coming up to evening.
I just realised that even though how his character is, Aki actually has very little money. So he was going to suggest going out and buying new clothes, but I don't think he has the money for his kind of finery.
How much does he need?
Hold on. How much money has he got? That's really a question. He's got 7 gold total.
Poor, poor man.
I know, right?
10 gold J's.
No, otherwise, yeah, I'm fine for the until the evening. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, I assume you guys decide to call it for that night.
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue with some small talk. You try and fail to convince Dawes to attempt another theatre act. Like he just flat out is like, nah. And eventually you retire to your rooms to the next day. And that's where we'll take a break for now. We'll take a 10-minute break.
Yay!
You guys seem too invested in the conversation. I'm just there like, yeah, I'll let them go up until break.
It was a fun conversation.
Yeah, I know you guys like to occasionally do conversations. I remember Delson and his whole like camp story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take a 10-minute break now. Continuing on. So, you eventually all wake up. Most of you saw from your little battle yesterday. You know, that acid flesh, that flesh that got hit with acid. Gonna be sore for a bit, but you'll live. And you make your way downstairs. A meal is being set up for you all, and the day is yours.
I always thought we had to pay for the breakfast.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just we're there, you know. He's gonna make for us.
Yeah, you're there, and Zamran, you know. But you guys are rented rooms, so it's like he knows that you're gonna be he knows that you're gonna be wanting to eat as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was a full bed and
nice.
breakfast. Okay, sorry.
Can I request from him a tiny plate of food? Teeny tiny plate of food for Dawes the rat.
I don't have no rat-sized plates.
Maybe a napkin?
Or the lid of a teapot.
Sure, why not?
He is a valuable member of our party and he deserves to have food. like the rest of us.
Thank you, Zam.
Thank you.
No problem.
I would like to hand him a gold for being so kind.
A whole gold.
A whole gold.
Spend like Nem.
Appreciate it.
You're nice to the rat, we're nice to you.
Right. Right.
He just quickly walks back to the counter.
Yeah.
So, are we going to meet Olivia today?
Yes, I suppose if she might need our help in clearing her name or figuring out what caused this, I suppose it's only right that we're there to assist.
Maybe we should bring her some sorry your guy got killed flowers?
I don't think she'd appreciate that.
However, you know the one thing she wanted from all this was her money back, yes?
I mean, she said that we should get back what we can, but it didn't sound particularly urgent. And we can't really get her money back now.
Yeah,
I
that's the problem.
Go invisible and try to get in.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. Last time you went invisible and tried to sneak somewhere, you got shot at.
Yes, we managed to get away with legally permissible breaking and entering. I'm not sure I want you locked up for legally impermissible breaking and entering.
Aw, Aki, I'm gonna lean across the table and like cup his cheek gently. You'll write to me, won't you?
If by right you mean pay or bail, then no.
I think Aki is trying to say that, we're already kind of on a tight leash. We don't want to push it.
Yes, exactly. We're the guards see us as a bunch of vagabonds and sellswords. Of course, they're going to be paying extra close attention to us, and you being caught trying to steal what is now police property would just validate their actions and their fears.
I know, it was just a suggestion.
Hmm.
Because, I mean, what else could we do to try to get her money back? Dawes won't perform. I don't think any of us could quickly make whatever amount of money she had back.
Oh no, I think it was probably pretty expensive.
Well, I suppose if we assist her in clearing her name and stopping her from getting murdered by the town guards, by the sounds of it, perhaps that would be seen as some sort of repayment.
I mean, I guess she said she'd still pay us, so I doubt that the money is really a big thing for her. I think she's more concerned about being accused of murder.
Yes, and by the sounds of the head guard's attitude, I'm sure her trial may be expedited. Yes, not quite tried in a fair court,
Okay, so, are we going to see her after breakfast, or do we have something to do first? I personally don't.
Well, I mean, do any of you have spare changes of clothes?
I literally just lost my clothes.
I literally just gave her my extra clothes. She has the only shirt I own.
Look at me, aren't I spiffy? And Mev, shows it off a little bit. You can see that the arms, and the, ends of it are extra long.
So did it genuinely look like a kid wearing a grown man's shirt kind of thing?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
The only thing really stopping that is like Mev's chest, and that's it.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
and
even
yeah,
button it up all the way? Havelock's pretty
Thin.
string bean.
yeah, he's pretty. He's a lean boy. Yeah.
She's got quite a few buttons loose.
Fair. Let's go. Well, I mean, you certainly said it well, mainly through confidence, but I presume you would enjoy a trip to the to the cloth merchants and perhaps getting new clothes. Yes.
I mean, I guess. I don't know if I can afford that.
Well, I mean, I need some clothes as well. Mine are in a sorry state. Perhaps if we pooled our money together, we may have enough for both.
I'll pay for both of you. Just Aki, you're not getting shit like spun in gold, okay?
I was not expecting finery. Do not worry.
Alright, so I'll buy both of you some new clothes. We should get Marine a sun hat to keep his seaweed safe.
I don't know if Warforged can get sunburned, can they?
No, but he's got plants on his head. We don't want him to dry out.
True. Marine, what do you do to keep your seaweed appendage so healthy?
I literally look to Aki, and I do the same thing I've been doing every day,
Yeah.
and pour some water into them.
I suppose that's a way. Yes.
I was thinking of saving up to get some new items to incorporate into my frame.
Yes. So I think it would be most prescient if we met up with Olivia, and if we managed to get the time of day, and we perhaps should go shopping then.
Indeed.
So Olivia first, and then shopping later.
Yes, if that works for everybody.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Anybody remember where her place was?
Yes. She told me specifically where to go. So, eat your breakfast and then follow me.
Before we blunder in, they did say that it was being under surveillance, yes?
Oh, that is true, yes.
So how in the blazes are we going to get in there, a bunch of suspicious individuals, into a place into a business owned by someone who's being actively investigated by the town guard?
We're still allowed to go shopping.
That's true, yes.
Oh yes, and I understand it's circumstantial, but perhaps a visit to her may gather perhaps undue attention this time. I think it is of importance we see her, but perhaps under...
Aki, I agree with you. What are they going to do? Arrest us for talking to her?
No, true. But we don't want to give the police new ammunition against her case and potentially ours in retrospect.
Okay, then what do we do? We sneak in?
I suppose, yes.
Forgive me, but sneaking in sounds more suspicious.
Marina's right.
There's a good chance we'll be caught. I suppose, could we perchance lag our way in and use the benefit of the doubt to gain entry by the guards, to simply say, we are, due to our nature of business, we are in need of many magical items, so we are simply buying
I
up
think you're
everything.
overthinking this. I think we just walk in.
Agreed.
Or if you're that suspicious about everything, Aki, you go in as an animal, I go in invisible. We could keep Dawes with the rest of them. Mev, you'd like to hold Dawes, wouldn't you, when he's in his little imp form? Yeah?
Oh, yes, yes.
That way I can talk with him and he can talk with you.
See, it's all handled. It won't look as weird. All of us, not all of us are there.
I suppose I could transmogrify out of something and hide in one of your coat pockets, I suppose.
You can turn into a crab and hide in my hair.
I wonder how Crabman reacted to my exotic letters.
I imagine with utter confusion. Since it's quite the leap of logic to that an acquaintance wants to devour oneself. The way she indicates that is by sending fine butter to them.
Right.
So, are we on?
I think I think you're right. I fear attempts at stealth would only arouse more suspicion than usual, I suspect. Perhaps a number of us, but maybe not in full strength, we go and parley with Olivia.
Okay, so Havelock can go invisible, you can be an animal, then Rain Kindling and I can just walk in.
I suppose that works, yes.
Don't really have a choice.
Right, time to look up the list of the list of beasts in D&D 5e.
All right. Give him a minute.
Just give him a second.
We could go with some suggestions. How about a raccoon, a mouse, a bird,
You did
A
suggest a
ferret.
spider.
spider, possum, something that can sneak into a house.
I'm a level like it is challenge rating of a half, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
To you right now, I think so, yeah.
He could be a head weasel.
It should be something that makes sense in like our current climate. We're in like
What
a city town.
How about a cow?
Oh my god. How long is Aki able to stay as animals through his druid thing anyways?
It's hours corresponding to your druid level, isn't it?
Let's see. Number of hours equals to half your druid level, so
Half, so 2 hours.
Alright.
Giant enemy crab. No, the little creature's always 0, aren't
Oh wait, crabs actually have a swim speed.
He's level 4, he can turn into them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth level, the only limitation is it can't have a flying speed. And obviously, CR of half.
Yeah, I'll transform into a little spider
Okay.
when we get there.
I'm probably gonna go off into a close shop
Mm-hmm.
and then do invisibility off to the side area wherever.
Okay.
And before we leave, I want Dawes to go back to his imp form and hide in Mevelair, wherever she decides to hide him.
Hello. Where am I gonna hide an imp? I don't really think I can I? Unless I put him in my bag.
Well, he's
I was gonna say you could just shove him in the shirt. We know it'll fit. It's extra storage space.
Oh,
I really think he's too big.
Yeah, an imp is
How big are imps?
I think they classify. Let's see. An imp is. What's that? It's does it say here? A tiny fiend. So it's classed as tiny.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And considering how he can turn into a rat or a raven, I'd say he's maybe a little bit bigger than a rat or a raven. So make of that information as you will.
Listen, if a woman can hide an entire fucking bottle of vodka through her titties, I think a tiny imp can fit.
That is true. You can actually do that.
Yeah, they are very talented. Yeah.
Be careful not to smother him.
It's a bag of holding if you've got a big chest.
Jesus. You know, fine. I'll put him there, but it's up to Dawes to stealth if he's stealthing.
All right.
That's up to you now, Tom.
Yeah, he's gonna stealth. You see, like he so like ducks down to the point where you can see like you see like a little top part of his head and eyes like so like sticking out from the shirt and such. It kind of like because of how he rolled, it does look like a brooch almost.
Okay.
Like he's sort of
Oh, you're so cute, Dawes.
like
Good job.
like he's got his like hands up near his face and his like long spindly fingers sort of like go behind the shirt so it looks like, you know, it's part of the
Yeah.
strings and such.
Fucking... Imagine you're on a date with a girl and you like get frisky and take off her shirt and out pops an imp.
Hello.
Hello? I love that. Oh man.
Don't mind me.
Don't
Trying this.
don't forget.
Don't mind me. I've always wanted to be a cook.
Why?
Well, I don't
Also,
know.
don't forget, he is date ready. He does wear a bow tie at all times.
Oh, so handsome.
I like to
Um,
imagine when he turns into like a rat or a spider, it's just a little bow tie marking right there on his neck.
But yeah, so Dawes, it's like, as I said, like he's got like part of his head sticking out so he can actually see, and he's using spindly fingers to make it look like part of the string. So he rolled pretty high in his stealth check, so you're fairly sure that anyone would think it's a very weird brooch that you've got, or a very weird necklace, I should say.
All right. Sounds great.
All right.
All right.
You
So.
you are responsible for this idea, not me. Anyway, so you do all your various stealthiness, and I assume you now start heading towards the Arcane Vanguard, or is it you do your stealthiness before you go into it?
Well, we aren't stealthing. We're just walking in. We
I
decided
mean for the ones that are
stealthing is
being stealthy.
Yeah.
Before going in, for Havoc at least.
Okay, so you make your way to the Vanguard, then before you go into it, you go invisible. Okay, and what about Aki? Is he doing his stealthy stuff before arriving at the Arcane Vanguard, or...?
Once he gets to the arcane, once he gets to within sight of the Arcane Vanguard, he's going to sort of like duck into an alleyway, out of cover nearby, and then sort of turn into a little spidery spider.
Okay, and who are you hitching a ride on as a spider?
Mev.
Easy enough, she's got a lot of hair for a spider to hide in.
Yep.
Exactly. Sorry, Mev.
That is.
Make a web,
perfect
get comfortable.
Nev is the Beast Master.
This is so fun.
Yeah, she had a weasel around her neck the other day.
Yeah. A weasel, you know, I now have Dawes, I have a spider in my hair. Everything's going great.
Yep. Everyone involved is enjoying themselves.
Alright then. I guess we will head over to Olivia's shop, question mark?
Yep. Okay. With your passive perception, Aki, make a perception check for me.
Yep.
Normally, your passive perception would handle it, but considering how you're also hiding in a mass of frizzy red hair...
That's fair enough. Hold on.
Thank you.
Perception. That'll do, and then You know what? 25.
Okay. You do spot some guards that are sort of like they're
Oh, dear.
patrolling. They're not like in front of the Arcane Vanguard, but you can see like as they sort of like patrol by, they like one of them like keeps an eye on it, but eventually they pass by. And with that, you enter into the Arcane Vanguard. Same as it was the day before. Rather dimly lit. Quiet. Nobody else appears to be in there. Yeah, it appears to be empty. But the door was open, so you were allowed in.
Hello,
Just
Olivia.
a minute. Just a minute.
Okay.
Hear the sound of like some stuff moving in the back room before she very quickly comes out to the front. Oh, Mevelair and Marine, I believe it was, and Kindlin too.
Hi.
Hi.
We actually did bring some friends, but we didn't want to make anyone nervous, you know. Everyone is
Yeah.
technically here.
Yeah, at which point, yeah, Aki will sort of crawl out from Mev's hair onto her shoulder and sort of wave and sort of lift up one of his little spider legs at the front and wave.
Ta-da!
Right, and she just sort of like pauses before slowly pointing. Why do you have an imp between your breasts? She rolled really high on her perception.
Ah, hi. Oh, this is Dawes. This is Havelock's friend.
Right, okay. What you prefer to do is not my business. Yes, so, where is Havelock then?
Is he not here yet? Mev, like, looks around. He said he was going invisible.
Can I hear Havelock in the room?
Havelock would need to be making a stealth check with advantage because it's
Invisible.
yeah.
Okay,
Against your passive perception,
Jesus Christ, Aki.
because your passive perception 17.
Yeah. I'll. Where is Havelock in the room then?
You sort of hear a Havelock looking at like the shelves and stuff.
Okay, Aki's little spider will wave again and point and with what at least a couple of legs point at where Havelock is.
Ah, you fucking snitch!
She clicks her fingers and she is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Fairy fire.
Yeah.
Oh, Fairy Fire's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So the area around roughly where Aki pointed, so like explodes in a bright light. And now you can see like the area is sort of like shimmering, and you can see a outline of Havelock. Still invisible, but there's a very clear outline of him now.
You just see very annoyed hands go up. What the fuck?
I have to make sure you're not taking anything. I do own a business, after all.
She is right. Yeah, that is very smart.
I'm just gonna drop the spell. Daz, come here.
Fine.
Oh,
Just slowly like pulls himself out and flies over.
it is not fair. Me and Dawes were having a good time.
It's pretty comfortable in there, not gonna lie.
See?
Better than standing on this, and so like taps his foot on Havelock's bony shoulder.
Listen here, you little shit. Dismisses him.
Oh, yeet.
Right, okay. And she drops Fairy Fire. I was hoping that you'd be visiting under more fortunate circumstances, but here we are.
Yeah.
Right, let's get the business part of it sorted. And she like reaches under and starts like placing down several 5 bags of some amount of money.
Some amount of money.
Yeah, and then while she's doing that, Mev, you feel something crawling down the side of you. As Aki sort of just climbs down your shirt and then down your leg onto the floor, and then he sort of like watches the spider just sort of kind of viscerally grows back into 6 foot half.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable. Thanks for that. Mevalin. I must say what you want about the styling, but it's an awfully comfortable haircut you've got there.
What's wrong with my styling?
Well, controlled chaos comes to mind.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You should
Right.
add some ribbon.
I'm sorry,
Because
what
of
was
that.
that? You cut out a little bit.
Havelock just kind of told her you should add some ribbon to your hair.
Ah.
Stop by a haberdasher could do some good, yes.
Anyways, your payment, a portion of the payment that I had asked you to retrieve for me, the rest I think you'll agree with me is fitting if it goes to Brandon's family.
Oh,
Of
yes,
course.
yes. That is
Absolutely.
perfectly
So-
understandable.
So consider this your cut.
Yeah, Nev will,
Thank you very much.
yeah, I'll take the bag and I just peek inside and estimate.
There's about 275 gold in there. Per satchel.
In each, and there's one for each of us.
There's one for each of you.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
I love that. Thank you.
How much again?
275.
Oh.
Oh,
What's that plus 7?
Ed, you have a calculator. You're at a fucking computer.
No, but okay, good point. 282. Okay. Just because I have it doesn't mean I like doing maths in its essence. Okay. So- yeah.
I'll update Kindlin's. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, because Aki will take a few unsteady footsteps forward again. He's gone back to being from age of 2 legs, and he will go over to one of the pouches and look into it and see his eyes widen and look over to Olivia and say,
Thank you very kindly. This is more than enough, thank you.
Of course. Of course.
And I'm frightfully sorry for your loss and the situation you now find yourself in. I can't speak for the rest of my band, but I will try to be there to help and be of assistance to help in clearing your name of anything.
What do
If
you
of
mean
any-
you can't speak for the rest of us? We all decided together that we would help her.
indeed
Yes,
we did.
sure. I suppose, yes.
I mean, I'd be honored if you would. I know that you have no real stake in this race. This is purely between me and the guards. But I certainly won't turn around, and say no to any potential help.
Oh, yes,
Well.
but we have it on good faith that the captain of the guard is what you might refer to as a piece of shit.
It wouldn't be the first
Um,
time.
So it would be frankly wrong if we were in a position to assist someone in undue persecution and do nothing about it.
We think he's a giant racist.
He is.
Yes.
He very much is.
You're a
You-
really nice person, so we want to help you.
Indeed.
Why, thank you. It
God does no wrong.
it does mean a lot. Hey. So,
So, the question is,
well, I think the question is, as I mentioned yesterday, I only got the guard side of things, nothing about whatever it is that killed Brandon. So I'm curious onto what it is that you were able to find out yourselves.
well, I was the one that experienced it all in real time. Where to start? I guess I'll just start from the beginning. And Mev will start to explain, how, he wasn't answering when they came in, and when they came in and looked around, all that shit happened.
Yeah, so you basically provide a summary in regards to the arriving there, breaking in, finding everything sort of like staled and old, heading downstairs, hearing the weird sort of almost like labored breathing from whatever it was, having this pool of blood come to life and start attacking you, how it kept like dragging you back in, burning you
Yeah, it's
as it
pretty
did.
horrifying.
And talking about like the state that Brandon was in, like in detail, how he was clutching the book in front of him. This entire time, like, she's just looking at you very intently before she says, "So it was a gelatinous creature which could spit bits of itself and pull you into it. Is that... and it was acidic, yes?"
Yes.
Yes,
It also had a big eye.
Oh God, yes, it did, yes, as well.
Barring that little extra detail, I think I know what kind of creature that you were fighting, but it's not much of a lead to go off to begin with. I believe that you were fighting some form of ooze.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like.
But one that
If you,
spits out and pulls things in, has an eye that forms on it? That's not normal.
Honestly, it kind of looked like, what do you think a fetus would look like? That's what it reminded me of.
Right.
But I don't think that really helps.
It helps a bit more than you would think. Oozes are... they can come to be through many methods. Refuse, gaining sentience, a curse on a creature, or experimentation.
yeah, since he was commissioned by you to do his research, perhaps this...
She commissioned him to do research.
Pardon?
She commissioned him to do research.
Did I say that?
You said he commissioned her.
Oh shit, sorry.
Other way around.
Since...
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong way up. Fucking hell. Since you commissioned him for the research, perhaps you may have more of a clue as to the possible alchemical origins of this creature. What exactly were you commissioning him to delve into exactly? If you're at liberty to say, of course.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
That should go well. Okay.
Please, Aki, please.
My first, I've got 0 persuasion, and that's with proficiency.
Man.
3, 2, 1, spin. 13.
Okay, not bad.
Could have gone worse.
13, okay. The DC is significantly lower based on the fact that you've offered to help.
Nice, nice.
I can't tell you fully what I'm after here. Maybe if we continue to do business, I might tell you in regards to this. But to put it simply, among the peak of the arcane, we work to make discoveries. We seek to improve things. And yes, oftentimes that is paved in death and sacrifice. But usually it's for a higher purpose, so to speak. There's been plenty of archmages in past times who have paid the ultimate price to discover something great for us. There was the Archmage Overim, who discovered the limits of where we can breathe as he attempted to get to Perut. There was the Archmage Kimberly Babblegab, who discovered the Void Plague, though it cost him much of his sanity. Oftentimes when we do things like this that are dangerous, it's usually for a higher purpose. Mine is, I can assure you, a just purpose. But you have to understand, I also have to be quiet about it. Oftentimes, arcane users who are trying to make discoveries attempt to one-up each other. Attempt to discover the thing that they do or sabotage it. So I can't tell you what I'm aiming for, but know that it would benefit Kulmodak as a whole, should I pull it off.
Okay, interesting.
And do you think that there's a possibility that this research would have resulted in this kind of creature?
See, that's the question, isn't it? We have to ask a dear question that, unfortunately, Brandon cannot answer. Did the ooze come about due to chemical experimentation? Or arcane experimentation? I can't imagine whatever you need it to create a ooze through alchemical properties is easy to obtain nor legal. But then if you go to arcane experimentation, Brandon was not very skilled in the arcane. He knew the odd spells, but to conjure up an ooze-like creature would have been beyond his comprehension, which then asks the question, where did he get that information from? Where did he get that arcane assistance from? And with both, the concern there is how much was he told, how much did he tell to these benefactors?
Well, if he had to get the materials from somewhere, that's a start, right?
Yes. Do you know of any, perhaps any rumors of Brandon being in touch with, less than legal organizations, people who would be able to procure
Or
stuff?
just the supplier that he's most
Exactly.
familiar with?
Yes, a supplier who would be able to provide him with what may have caused this.
As I mentioned, the stuff required to create an ooze chemically would most likely either be very hard to attain, so he wouldn't go to his normal suppliers, and no, not even Rickety would be that crazy enough to have that stuff on hand.
Have we heard that name before, Rickety?
Isn't that the hag?
That is the hag, yes, that was mentioned.
Yep.
The proprietor of Hag's Hovel.
The quote-unquote hag.
Quote-unquote
Yeah.
hag, yes. Which would mean that he would have had to go through illegal means, potentially. in regards to any criminal gangs, understand that my standing, I pretty much never deal with that. A guard might know, or I mean no offense when I say this, but some of you look like the more seedy type, so you might know a few people who know a few seedy areas.
Mev just, sitting there, smile growing.
Yeah, a little bit of side eye. Yeah.
I won't judge if you do know that. Just don't drag me into it.
Says the woman that got us involved in, like, a murder case.
Right.
It's bizarre.
Wait, where is his journal? Have we given it to her?
Yeah,
We got that, yeah.
Yeah, she's had the journal since you guys left the garrison.
But something that's plaguing my mind. This ooze creature. That journal, I believe it talks about burning blood, boiling from within, and those sort of phrases.
Yes, which
Kind of cult-like.
it does fall in line with what I was asking him to look towards.
Perhaps the nature of the creature perhaps didn't come from a vial or a testing tube, but was he the sort to experiment on things using his own body?
Gods no!
I was only thinking, since I didn't get a good look at the corpse, but
I did.
I couldn't ascertain as whether the creature burst out of him or the movement was the other way, coming from outside into him. That killed him.
Aki, I did.
So,
It looked like the room was pretty torn up, is the thing. I mean, wasn't there a giant hole in the floor?
Part of the floor, yeah, like it didn't lead anywhere, but there was a hole in the floor.
Yeah. There was a gigantic hole in the floor. The table was all messed up. He was flung, it looked like, across the room into the bookshelf. That thing exploded.
okay. So, I'm sorry.
Which would lead me to believe
No,
that whatever it is was definitely created by Brandon. If I had to hazard a guess, it's whatever he used to contain it just couldn't deal with it and exploded outwards. But it still doesn't answer the question on, was it due to a chemical experimentation, in which case, who is the supplier and where did they get that? Or is it arcane based, in which case, who is the mage? And for both, how much did he tell them? If he told the supplier, it's a security concern. If he told a mage, that could be a lot more dangerous.
Dangerous how?
A mage that is able to create powerful oozes, and I wasn't expecting to say that line today, would be a threat if they had more malicious intent. Imagine more of those things being created in various places, taverns, or at the Foundation Day celebrations, or in the consul's quarters.
That could hurt a lot of people.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Which is why we need to narrow down which of the two it is. If it's a supplier part, that's simple enough. Simply shut it down like any other one. But if it's a mage, they need to be stopped.
Okay. Well,
We can look into this stuff, but the problem is that the guards, honestly,
You're worried about them keeping an eye on you? Is that the case?
they're probably going to keep an eye on us, and if we try to look into anything, they're probably going to stop us. Even if you're
Yes.
supposed to be clearing your name, I don't think they'll really let you.
They certainly won't let me, but if I give them a reason to keep looking at me, outside of the normal methods, then that should keep them off you.
All right. Mev thinks about it for a second. So, I think our biggest lead right now is that Brandon had to get the ingredients from somewhere. So we need to find out who gave it to him. Maybe if we go to his house, there will be some documents. Some sort of confirmation that he purchased the goods.
Indeed.
If they're obtained legally, yes. Illegally, then you'd be best off asking around. I know there's been a lot of people coming in to celebrate Foundation Day, so there might have been some shady individuals populating taverns and such. Otherwise, there might be criminal gangs here that deal with it. But again, I'm afraid I don't know too much about it. And then your other one, which I very much doubt it, since, while I don't trust her very well, I at least trust her enough not to do something that stupid, is Rickety May. Since she's had dealings with Brandon in the past.
Okay, so, that's still pretty good. We have some leads. I say... You know what? Havelock.
Yeah.
Your original plan of going to the house?
Mm-hmm.
I think you and Aki should do that and try and look for any legal documents.
Okay.
And I'm familiar with this town. I know certain people. Yes, you're right. Maybe I can put my ear to the ground and see if there's any sort of commotion or talk about these things.
Of course, and by the way, I don't judge. You have your friends, I have mine, so I don't judge about you knowing more seedier people.
Why, thank you. You're so nice, Olivia.
Thank you. But no, seriously, do not drag me in with that circle of friends of yours. I'd rather not.
Right. No, my lips are sealed with you. So, sound good, and then we can meet up, and if we don't find anything, we can go see Rickety.
I guess then the question is, since it sounds like you three have a plan, what about you two? So, indicates to Marine and Kindling.
Actually, you could go see Rickety. Dom.
Are you muted?
I was muted.
Whoops.
Yep. That actually might work. I could definitely go see Rickety May.
Of course, that'd probably be best. I will... Obviously, I can't do too much since they're keeping an eye on me, but... Are they really going to stop me going into the more fancier taverns? Probably not. I'll have a look around those taverns, see if I can find any information.
Well, yes, you can talk to the mages like you, right?
We tend not to talk much. And there's not going to be any archmages here beyond me. I was more thinking... getting an idea of what kind of people showed up recently. Any
Oh,
which,
yes.
and if they are still in the taverns, I can probably get a vibe on if they're arcane users or not to maybe help us out a bit.
Yes.
Well, it looks like we've all got a little plan. Before we set off then, since I have just weighed down your pockets, are you interested in any wares?
Actually, I did have a question to see if you had something.
I can certainly check.
Do you by any chance have any books about extraplanar events?
As in, like, on the research on the planes?
Yes.
Of course, I have Mordenkainen's Plania Travels. That's quite a famous book.
May I be able to purchase it?
I've got plenty spare. You can have it.
Thank you.
Let me just go get it for you. And just heads into the back room. It only takes about a minute or two before she comes back with a somewhat worn book. And just hands it to you.
Thank you very much.
Trying to remember things because it's been so long. You know?
Oh, I've got a list of the things on display.
Oh, fantastic.
So, would you like to know what there is?
Yes.
So we have a grey bag of tricks, an oil of magic weapon, an oil of invisibility, a wand of magic missiles, a rod of the Pact Keeper, and a figurine of the Wanderer's Silver Raven.
Did it say how much those cost?
No.
No, you idiot.
You did half of it.
I don't think she ever
didn't
told us how much they cost, did she?
I think she did.
She did. She told you how much they all cost. You just
How much did the bag of tricks cost again?
I didn't write it down,
400,
sorry.
but she was willing to give you a discount for it if you helped her with the job.
What's the discount then? Am I about to give her all my money back?
It's 200 gold.
200 gold. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it, yeah.
Of course. She just
I want to play tricks.
yeah. So she takes the gold, heads over to the the glass container, uses her. She's a transmutation wizard, as you can tell, as she like changes the wooden like bracing around it back to wool. Just lifts it up, takes the bag, and hands it to you before changing it back to
Oh,
to it again.
this is so exciting. Thank you.
Remember that you can only use it. I believe it's 3 times a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times a day. But it will pretty much always work on those 3 days.
Yeah. And it's quite a small list of animals to be, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you type in grey bag of tricks, it'll in the compodium. It's specific. At least it should say. If not, then that's why. Because okay, no, never mind. Is it just bag of tricks? That's not how you spell bag of tricks, me. I spelled bag of tricks. Yeah, okay. So you type in bag of tricks.
Bag of tricks.
And then it shows the list of all 3 of the bag of tricks, but the very first one is the one that you want.
Alright, awesome. I can get a weasel, a rat, a badger, a boar, a panther, a badger, a wolf, or an elk. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my bag. Fantastic. I'm so excited. I should probably get rid of that bloodies in a bottle, because I don't think they gave it back.
Nope. Also, Dirtchild is here.
Hey! Hello, friend.
I just got my bag of tricks, and you got like 200 gold.
275
Yeah,
gold.
you've got 425 gold, my friend.
Kindling got paid.
Yeah, I already updated your character sheet with it. And now, yeah. People can bring him up to speed, I guess, while we continue to roleplay.
Yes.
But right now,
So we got arrested.
Yeah.
We-
Surprise.
We we managed to get ourselves out basically by saying like, hey, it was all like we needed to break in there, so it's all fine. Now we're currently helping the Archmage of the town, Olivia, basically clear
her name.
her name, and find out what happened to Brandon and why a fucking killer ooze murdered him and destroyed his lab.
Yeah.
And so we're currently looking at multiple things. We're looking at if it came from like alchemical stuff or magic. So we're kind of tracking down any kind of like smuggling operations or like suppliers of like exotic ingredients. And then also, if there was any like other magic users or like powerful mages who aren't Olivia who have done this.
Yeah. So Mev is looking for seedy people, gang members, things like that might know what's up, and Havelock and Aki are going to sneak back into that guy's house. Look for any maybe legal documents, any proof that he was working with someone to get the supplies. And you and Dom are going to go talk to the supposed hag that would possibly know either where to get that stuff or like gave it to him. So.
Mm-hmm. And you're also shopping at the moment because Olivia's like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, now that I've weighed your pockets down, do you want to give some of that back in exchange for items?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate, let me know if any of these magical items tickle your fancy. You've got a oil of magic weapon, oil of invisibility, wand of magic missiles, rod of the Pact Keeper, and figurine of the Wanderer's Silver.
You cut out the end of it.
Any
Wonder
of
of
them
Silver
fancy?
Raven.
Okay, cool.
All right. I think if that's the case, then the rest of us are good? Question mark.
I mean, we do have two warlocks in the party, and there is a rod of the Pact Keeper there.
Yeah, but I need to spend this money on smarter
I
decisions.
know. I was fucking crazy busy this week. I'll get done for next session. Okay, so what are we doing?
I guess we're splitting up.
I guess we're splitting the party. That always goes well.
Yay, always a good idea.
It's always...
It's time to split up and look for clues.
After all, what
Time
happened?
for madness.
What happened the next? What happens if you split the party? Two of you end up running across an ooze that's meant to be fought by the entire party. Wait,
Nothing bad ever happens.
Yep, nothing bad ever happens when we split the party, ever.
right. Well, if that's the case, then I shall leave first to ensure that they keep an eye on me, not you all. And I guess we'll reconvene here, shall we say, at the end of the day?
All right.
Sounds fantastic.
All right. She just sort of like walks by, opens the door, lets herself out, and then just holds it for the rest of you.
Thank you
Woo.
very kindly. Are there any guards outside?
Are you asking this, or are you asking me?
I was asking Olivia.
Not from what I can see.
All right, thank you very much. We'll let you know when we find, and I'll walk out.
Thank you, Olivia.
It's fine, no
That'll skip
problem. I should be thanking you all for helping me out with this.
All right, disperse.
Okay, you know what?
Scatter.
One person from each of the... Well, I guess Mevla has to roll by herself on this one.
Hello.
But rollies! Someone from
Okay,
Team
I'll do it.
Hag, someone
I'll
from
do
Team
it.
Break It, from Team Crime, and someone from Team Listen.
Team crime. Fuck. Bang average.
Okay, Nate, do you want to roll this? Okay.
And we'll go with the highest we'll focus on. Okay, well, okay. Do your 5 times
there.
tables, why don't you?
Multiples of 5.
Do your 5 times table, why don't you? Okay. So, if that's the case, Mevalaire, where are you going?
Hi. Let's see. Where should I even start? Would I know of any quote-unquote official groups that are around here that particularly specialize, I suppose, in illegal goods?
Make a history check.
History check. Okay.
You have been rolling really well today.
Yeah.
3 natural 20s, which is a 1 in 8,000 chance, I double checked. So let me get it here. So you know of a criminal gang. They're known as the Land Sharks. They're a violent criminal gang who often use extortion and physical violence to make their coin, but they're also fine. They also do dabble in like illegal business and such. You know from stories that your mother has told you that the Nymph's Needle have actually clashed with them several times when they've been in the city.
Mm-hmm.
From what your mother had told you, it was always in the tavern they frequent.
Okay, what's the tavern they frequent?
The old Barracks.
Ooh,
As in the Nymph's Needle frequent the old Barracks. And
I see. Okay.
The Land Sharks. Apparently, the last times you've been in Lanarch, they haven't. But according to her mother, they've had bar fights many a times.
Okay. Then would I know where they frequently ride?
Not really. You know of them. You would have to... Based on what your mother has told you, you would assume near and around the flanks.
Okay.
Given that she has always told you to avoid that place.
Alright. The mob's gonna fucking take off her band. Just tuck that away.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's gonna make her way to the flanks. What time is it right now?
At this point, it's still early in the morning. You guys went to bed rather early. So you're still... Okay. It's about early to mid-morning.
Okay, I'll make my way to the flanks and keep an eye out for anyone that I think is like, you know, that type of person. Maybe there's like a marking or something.
Yeah, so you would... I would actually say with that 16, you from what you were told, the typical marking they have is a tattoo of a shark, either on their arm or their leg.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a perception check for me then.
Perception.
And this is just Mev's day, ain't it?
Woo! I'm so excited.
So...
I never roll this well.
Yeah, so just wait until you guys get into a combat thing. It's gonna be nat ones all day, every day.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so bad.
Alright, so... You head towards the flanks. Not the exact spot because, you know, the Enduring Concoction is near about that. However, you know, you go to a different bit. You go closer to the mouse walls. Like, you sort of... You go towards the old barracks and then start heading southward towards the flanks. You do start to run into much more rundown buildings. Some are actually in ruins.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're specifically looking for, like, any evidence of any markings and such?
Yeah, any markings and or people with those marks.
Okay. So a 19 perception. You spend about half an hour sort of looking around. And then as you sort of pass by, like a group of beggars and such, you hear down an alleyway, what sounds like scuffling.
Scuffling.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you head to the alley or do you keep going?
I will stop and not go into the alley, but look into it.
Okay. Are you being stealthy about it, or?
I'm not really stealthy. I think I'd do better just going there.
Alright. Okay. So you head closer to the alleyway, not being discreet about it, but you are able, because of that perception check, you are able to hear voices come by, like coming from the alleyway. So you,
Alright.
do you like, are you actually like physically going to step into the alleyway, or are you just going to like stop to where you can hear?
I'll stop where I can hear for a couple minutes.
Okay, alright. So you sort of like stop and sort of like casually lean against the wall and wait. And so you end up overhearing this. Look, buddy, look. I thought we had an agreement here.
Yeah, we had an agreement. And the agreement's changed. You're paying it up front now, right?
Look, I've had a bit of a rough spot. It's you hear the sound of like flesh impacting flesh, and you just like okay. Look, I don't have the gold on me right now, but if you give me, you just hear like it sounds like someone being strangled for a few seconds for here.
No. Either you're gonna pay up now, or we're gonna pay a visit to the boss.
No, look, we don't have to do this.
No, we don't. But I want to do this.
Look,
Excuse me.
hello. You just hear like someone get muffled.
Yeah? What is it?
Hi there.
Mev at this will walk in.
Okay, so you sort of like walk in. You can see a small halfling that is being held up against a wall by like the scruff of his shirt by a large hulking Goliath. While rotund, you can clearly see like some well-defined muscles on the Goliath. He's wearing like a tattered shirt. On one of his bulging biceps, you can see undoubtedly the sign of a shark that sort of like got its jaws open, going towards the elbow. You can see like he's got one of his big hands like clasped against the halfling's face, trying to keep him silent, as he's just looking over at you. Just
Hi. Well, I do have some business with you, big guy.
Mev points to the Goliath.
You're actually kind of handsome. But anyways, why are you extorting this guy? Never mind. How much does he owe?
So it looks towards the halfling. Looks back at you.
What do you care?
I've got some money, you know. Spare the coin.
You hear that, Josh? You got a little angel here coming to save you.
Just roughly drops him down. The Goliath like walks up to you. This is a 7-foot tall Goliath, so he just looms over you.
Mev just gives him one of her token smiles.
Hi.
What's a pretty little thing like you doing here, then? Walking around this rough area ain't safe for you.
At this
I
point,
assure you I can handle myself.
as you say this, you also hear Valkyr's, like, in the back of your head say, and I would talk with her with more respect before you piss me off. You see the Goliath, like, look around, its hand, like, goes to its waist where you can see a large club.
So you wanna pay his debt,
I don't really want to, but...
Then fuck
I
off!
feel bad. Oh, stop that. I was getting to the point. How much does he owe? You act all big and scary, but come on. I'm offering you money.
His debt's 340 gold.
300 gold. Listen. I have about 89 on me right now. But I have 2 of my friends actually coming here. Is that fair if you leave him alone for at least a couple hours?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion, please. Oh.
So, like, looks back at the halfling.
I'm not willing to wait here for however long your friends are. If you got the money to pay, head to the old auction house. Head to the back and tell them there's blood in the water.
House. Head back. Blood in the water?
Yep. Say there's blood in the water. When the person asks what you mean by that, say it again. They'll let you in.
And, what is this guy's name again? Josh?
Yeah.
And may I have, your name?
No.
Handsome and Grumpy?
Call me that then.
Handsome and Grumpy then. Alright. I suppose I can get my information there too. Are you going to, let him go, or are you going to keep beating up the little guy?
I mean, it's fun beating him up. Can't fight back.
I don't know, that seems kind of boring. Wouldn't you rather tussle with someone bigger? I mean, you're so strong. Surely you can use your talents other ways.
It's fun when they don't fight back. Means I can do what I want to them.
Mev looks at Josh. Poor Josh.
He's got a very big, like half his face is bruised from just the, a Goliath fist onto a halfling face. It's gonna leave a big mark.
She's gonna move past the guy to him. If he lets her.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Now listen, I've been really, really nice. Can you please let him go?
After I've had my fun with him, don't worry, I won't kill him.
You hear something in the back of your head, Mev. May I?
Yeah.
May I?
Alright.
Alright. Make an attack roll with advantage.
Woo! Attack with advantage.
Technically it won't be with the glaive, but it's fine.
Okay.
So you just kind of watch as the Goliath's shadow sort of like shrinks and rise up to a equally tall Valkyr. And you just watch as he just like taps the Goliath on the shoulder. You hear in the back of your head, "Excuse me, sir." Goliath turns around before he gets sucker punched right in the face by Valkyr. His head crashes against the wall and he just slumps down unconscious.
Whew! Oh, Valkyr! Wow!
I did warn him not to piss me off.
That was really cool and impressive. Okay, I need to go help the little guy.
Of course.
Mev is going to go to Josh. Hi there! Come on, let me help you up.
Careful. He puts my arm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's
Mev
fine.
just carefully helps him.
So
Here. Mev will get a healing potion.
Oh, thank you so much, miss.
So looks over to where the Goliath is. Valkyr's vanished at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but it was really fucking cool.
Thank you. It was a friend of mine.
You got a really cool friend.
Thank you.
He just sips at the healing potion.
Do you mind if I carry you out of here?
I mean, I can walk myself, but
Yes, but I want to get out of here quickly, and I feel like I should know a little bit about who I'm about to pay for.
okay.
Just quickly downs the remainder of the potion.
Yeah.
So hands back the empty vial to you.
Alright, I'll take that bottle, took my fucking potion, and I will pick this guy up, and I'm actually going to make my way back to the old barracks. I'm not gonna wait for them. When we meet up again, I will meet with them.
Okay, it's fairly simple. He's a halfling, he's pretty light, and you've
Yeah.
got a high strength score.
But if that's the case, we can switch to someone else, because I do know that we're running a little short on time.
We're running a little short on time, yeah. Okay, so the next team would be Team Breakin'. Or Team Prime.
Alright, Aki.
Let's team necessary bending of laws, I suppose. Yes.
Team gay shit, let's do this.
Team gay shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think. Yeah, you and I head back to the guy's house. What is it? Is there still a police presence around? Guard presence around there.
Well, the door has been replaced, and there
That's
is
nice.
and there is a guard that's sort of stationed there, just looking about. Not one of the ones that you dealt with, unfortunately.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, and so I sort of look over to Havelock and go, well, what's your game plan here? This is more your area of expertise, isn't it?
I mean, I guess. Usually I'm more just beat 'em up to get information. Let's see. We could always, since it doesn't seem like this is a guy that we dealt with before, go up and ask if the shop's open.
Well, the guard, wouldn't he have a description of us if we're connected to the scene of a crime?
Possibly. But then again, if they're really shit at doing their jobs, there's a good chance he might not.
Okay. Dolls can turn to a bird, can't he?
Yes, he can.
Perhaps it would be wise if he transforms into that incarnation of his scout around from the air, look for entry points and exit points. Perhaps blind spots where the guards may have not be able to spot.
Mhm.
Since I could only transmogrify so many times in one day, I fear I've only got one more in me. It really takes it out of you.
Yeah, I get that.
So I can't
Honestly,
just spider in.
exhausting.
So I can't just spider in, come back to being me, and then spider back out. I will simply faint before I even leap out a window.
Alright. I'm gonna summon back Dawes, bird form.
Good.
Listen here, buddy.
Yeah.
I know I took you away from your nice napping spot.
Yeah.
You can sleep in the same bed as her tonight. I just need you to go around and give me information on entrance and exit points of this specific place.
Oh, the shop?
Yes.
Alright.
And if you want to, I will give you extra treats for this. As you're flying past, shit on that guard's head.
I'll try. Aim's not that good, but I'll try.
Yeah.
And just
Alright.
leaps off your shoulder and begins to scout out the building. Go ahead and make a perception check with the stats of a raven.
That's got to be pretty good for perception, right?
It's a bird.
On birds got good eyesight. They're quite clever, actually, ravens.
That's a d20 plus 3.
Nice.
Oh!
Well,
Bloody hell.
that's what, the fourth
This is a good
natural...
session, folks.
That's the fourth
Dawes
natural
wants the
twenty.
extra treats.
Okay, and can you just make an attack roll for me?
Yeah.
With the raven.
Absolutely.
5. Okay. So he starts flying around, and so like lands on the windowsill a few times. So like looks in, looks around. There is only one like door that you can go in, which is the front door.
Mhm.
The only other bit is there is a chimney.
Hmm.
But then he flies by, attempts to poop on the guard, but misses. So like lands a good 2 or 3 feet away. You just see the guard like noticing, just like so adjusts his helmet a bit, and just continues watching.
We got any windows closer to the back?
Yeah, there's windows. There's windows that dot around the place. There are a few in the back as well.
Alright, Aki. Do you
Yes, well,
think you can climb?
I can try.
Can you climb in through a window?
Depends on the size of the window.
I just point to the windows on the house. One of these.
Are they? Could a half orc fit through it?
Yeah, probably. Like you're tall, but it's not like you're super broad.
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot. I think. It's got like a bit of a squeeze, but I should manage it. It's just getting to the window is the true bastard of the matter.
How much do you weigh?
Why? Am I getting a bit chubby in the cheeks? Why?
No, I'm just asking so I could see if I can lift you up or not, dude.
Last time I was weighed for health before I left, about 180 pounds.
I just look myself over and then look Aki over. How are we around the same? Anyways,
Well,
go ahead.
Wait, are we actually around the same weight?
Yeah, Havlock's only 182.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's all. I'm actually very slight for a half walk. I'm led to believe anyway. I was raised in luxury in a wealthy merchant's manor, and then we were usually well fed. And when I stayed with my grandfather in the wilderness, but I guess I just carry it better. I don't know. Anyway, do you think you can manage it?
We can manage it.
Okay. I remember. I think I used to climb rock. I remember climbing a rock wall when I was a child. It can't be too similar.
Alright, so before we go back there to try and get through the window, I'd like to have Dawes go back to imp form and see if he can open up any of the back windows for us.
Okay. I don't think Dawes can lockpick, can he?
Well, if they're locked, he could at least tell us that, but I just wanted to see if any of them were open, that he could, like, just push open.
No, they're all locked.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he does not have the ability to pick locks, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a rock. I'm going to take a rock. Dawes,
Yeah.
I need you to go across the street,
Uh-huh.
shatter somebody's window.
Okay.
I'm gonna count to 3. When we hit 1, or I'm gonna count down from 3. When we hit 1, you're going to throw that rock, I'm going to throw my rock, and we're going to hopefully distract the guard.
Okay.
Awesome. Good boy.
I hope to the stars this works.
You can hide in a bush. Or behind something.
Okay, what about you?
I'll to waste my last use of it for the day, but I can go invisible before I throw it.
Alright, I'll hide in the back of the building then.
So I'm gonna cast invisibility. Dawes is gonna go across the street. He's gonna go hide, and then we're going to 3, 2, 1, throw.
Okay. Dawes himself has invisibility, as in is in form.
Good boy. Good boy, Dawes.
So he quickly flies over to one of the houses a little bit further up.
Mhm.
But obviously still within range of you're able to speak with them.
Mhm.
Alright, ready.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, toss.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. I'll roll one for Dawes. Okay. Dawes just made it.
I was gonna say, hopefully it's not too hard to hit a window with a rock.
It was more of a case on if the window is hit with enough force to break it.
Ah, true. He is very small.
Yeah, because keep in mind as well that when you throw something at a window, it's not a guarantee it'll break. But
Yeah.
yeah, in this case, there's like a loud smash from both sides, and essentially seeing like which one the guard goes for.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's just like he's sort of been looking around there as he hits smash. Like, roll. Okay. He legs it towards where Dawes was.
Awesome. Okay. Come on, window, let's go.
Yes, and he will suddenly suddenly sort of eagerly, well, not so eagerly, but like, you know, he'd leap into action and see if he can get some purchase on the side of the wall.
Okay.
No.
Make an acrobatics check.
Aki, do you mind if I go first?
No, by all means, you're gonna throw a rope down, aren't you?
Yeah, or I was just gonna kick out the rest of the glass so you don't get cut up.
I don't mind a few scratches, for goodness sake.
Alright, fine, go then.
Right, and I'll try climbing the wall.
Okay, acrobatics check.
Let's go. This is gonna go badly.
13.
It's almost.
there's a lot of scrambling, a lot of scraping, a lot of swearing. But you are able to climb up and like throw yourself into the window. You land hard, but not enough to cause like actual damage.
Okay. And then I think, is there like, hold on, do I have a rope on me?
Well, keep in mind that the window's not like super tall.
Oh, I thought it was at the top of the building. Sorry.
No. This is a 1-floor building.
Okay, and then I'll go like, and then I'll go. Come on, have a look. You next.
Acrobatics, or can I use athletics?
It's acrobatics on this one.
Ooh.
You're not able to climb through. You sort of like scrape your feet over, but like your feet don't find purchase, and you just sort of slide off.
Ah!
Is there some? It was time. Is there something I can tie a rope to in the room?
There's plenty of things you can tie the rope to in a room.
Okay, I'll quickly grab the rope out of my bag and a rope out of my bag and throw it down to her. Throw it down to him.
Okay, all right. With the rope, it's easy enough for you to climb into.
Come on, quickly, we're gonna be caught.
If you quiet down, we're not gonna get caught. Papers. Can I search around to find an office?
Yeah.
Sure. So with this,
Are we not stealthing though?
are you stealthing?
I'm stealthing because I have advantage.
Okay. I should stealth, to be honest.
Okay. Make your stealth checks.
This is gonna go badly.
Okay, you
Okay.
think you're fairly hidden.
God.
Right. So, the house in itself, like, it's got 4 rooms, not including the basement, and not including like the front, like, actual room where you do business and such. So you are able to find. So you got the living room where it also appears to be a bedroom as well. You got the kitchen. You've got a bathroom, and you got what looks to be a storage room.
Cool. We'll check storage room.
Okay.
What's in here?
Yeah.
All right. The storage room looks pretty bare. Make an investigation check, both of you.
Yep. Investigation. Where's investigation? Investigation.
Okay. So you start looking around. You find some various herbs and spices, what appears to be like bases for acids and such. You can't really find anything at the moment. You can give it another check, but it would be a higher DC. At this point, you hear Dawes. Hey, so guards kind of came back. It's just us standing there looking around, but just so you know.
All right. If need be, go into Raven and then try to attack them with your beak if they notice us.
Okay, got it.
I would like to try investigation one more time, and I am also going to take those herbs and spices for acids.
Okay, go ahead and make another investigation.
Can I try again as well?
Yep, sure. It'll be a higher DC, but you can.
I know. 16?
16, okay. So the original score to beat was 14. At 16, that just makes it. So
Yay!
you sort of search around, and you sort of find wedged between like 2 crates is what looks to be like a small ledger, almost. You sort of like pull it out, and you can see it's filled with like various transactions, and all of it, again, being a lot more knowledgeable about herbs and, you know, alchemy and such. It's like it all seems relatively normal. Like there's a few bits, there's a few here that you have no fucking clue what it's about, but the fact that it's all sort of like, you know, written, you know, all organized and everything, it looks fine. And then you start getting to about, each one's dated. Like you get to the purchase like a week before, and you can see like there's hardly anything on there, or you see stuff like loaned from Rickety May and such. And then like the final one, there's no actual like things put on there outside of a small bit that says meeting with supplier in Premier Stables. And that's the last entry.
Meeting with Premier supplier in what was it, in stables?
Meeting with supplier in Premier Stables.
Thank you. And in then very hushed tones, I go. I do turn to have a look and go. I think I've got something. Last page in a ledger. Meeting someone at the stables from last week.
All right, put it in your bag.
Yep. Do you want to risk anything else?
I'm still invisible. If you want to get out of here, go ahead. Dawes will attack if they notice us.
Okay. I think that's probably for the best. I'll make my escape. Just promise me you won't get arrested, okay? Keep yourself safe.
I'll be safe. Just take the rope down. I'll take the rope with me.
All right. See you back at the old barracks, and I will, again rather grotesquely, back into a teeny tiny little spider,
Mhm.
and then I will crawl out through the broken window the way we came in.
Okay, easy enough. You're a spider. Spiders do
Yeah.
what they do.
And then, once I'm a distance far away, and I'll duck into a back alley, transform back into normal Aki, dust myself off, and walk back to the old.
Okay, what about you, Havelock?
I'd like to investigate the little bedroom, living room zone.
Sure, make an investigation check. What are you particularly looking for?
Anything kind of weird?
Well, with a 5, unfortunately, the only weird thing you find is the fact that even though they've clearly been through the house, they've still left the food out. That's weird. You would have thought they'd clean that up by now, given it's not a crime scene area. But, guards.
Ed, can you put that down in notes for me that they did not clean up the food? I would like to remember that for later.
Yep, that's okay. Sure. What's the name of Brandon's shop again?
You mean the shop that you're in, yeah?
Yeah.
The Enduring Concoction.
And then I'd like to take myself down to the basement.
Okay. You head down into the basement. The body is no longer there. But everything else is as it was left.
I wanted to investigate the hole in the ground.
Okay, make another investigation check.
Oh, I'm just not doing good today.
It's a hole in the ground. You find a few shattered pots, but it's a hole in the ground. Like a few shattered pieces of metal. But again, hole, ground. Something blew up here.
Something very well blew up here. I'd like to grab just a couple of those alchemy books, I think they were.
Yeah, you can grab.
That he had on the shelves again.
Yeah, you're able to grab a handful. Obviously, you're also limited by your bag and time and such, so you just like grab a few random ones and like quickly stuff them in your pack.
And with that, I'm gonna get my ass out of here.
Okay. Make another acrobatics check. This one's a little bit easier because it's,
Would you say 5 is a good number of random books just grabbed, or a little less?
Roll a d6 for me.
D6.
You grab 6 books.
I got 6 books. All right, and acrobatics. Oh no.
So you sort of you start climbing up, and you slip. You fall, and you hit the ground hard, knocking over a few plates. Yeah, Aki, you said you were walking away, so you don't know what's happening until you hear Dawes say, "Guard's coming."
Attack, bird, attack!
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll as a raven.
And then would I do another acrobatics to try and get my ass out of here?
Yep. Surprisingly, Raven's got a +4 to attack.
Nice.
So d20 +4.
16.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. So he's done a point of damage to the guard. Acrobatics? No, you're still trying to climb up. It is going to. I'm just going to make an attack onto... Wow, he rolled shit. Yep, okay. Is Dawes still attacking?
Yes.
Okay, another attack roll for him then. Okay. I mean, you don't know what's going on at this point, but you can just hear the guard, like, you're like, what the... Get the fuck off! Okay, another acrobatics check.
Yep, I was just checking to see how long invisibility lasts.
An hour, I believe.
Concentration up to an hour. Okay.
Yeah. So you're fine. At least with the invisibility. 15. You're finally able to climb over, and you sort of, like, land and sort of, like, roll on the grass a bit before standing up. Still can't see the guard. You assume it's still dealing with Dawes. It's going to make another attack roll. Wow, it rolled a natural 1. That's funny.
That's queen.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna book it.
Okay, you're not being stealthy?
Yes, I am. I'm going to try and be stealthy.
Stealth with advantage, then. Okay, and what's Dawes doing?
Fly away.
Okay, he's going to use his action to disengage and fly upwards. And just to check, which way are you running? Are you, like, running towards the front or the back of the shop?
Back.
The back. Okay. So...
We're gonna stay away from where the guard originally was.
Okay. So... You like, fucking like it as Dawes flies away.
Actually...
Yeah?
Casting it at level 1. I want to get out of here fast.
Okay. So that means your invisibility goes.
Mm-hmm.
But you do gain, like, a lot of movement speed.
Yep, so I can dash. I can bonus action dash.
Yep. Roll a d20 for me. Okay. So, you like, brush yourself off, so, like, look about. You cast the spell. And at this point, Dawes flown away. You run.
Mhm.
And sort of, like, as you sort of, like, look back, you can see the guard, like, he's looking around. There's a bit of blood, like, trickling down his face where he's been clawed. He says, "Oh, you..." And you have ran out of sight.
Mhm.
So as you make a run for it, not sure how quickly or how well they recognized you. That's what we're going to call it for this session. And we'll get to Team Hag Visit next time.
Woo!
Stressful.
Holy fuck.
Peach, why the fuck did you take all the luck away?
Listen, not
everyone gets blessed. I also like to point out as well that Dawes could go invisible at any time, and, like, he could permanently be invisible, but he chose not to be a little booba pendant.
Yep, exactly. There you go, Dawes. Good for you. Best life.
Listen,
Cool.
he's
You're a
living
weird
the
little
dream.
imp.
He's an imp of culture.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of intrigue and mystery and everything there.
Mystery. Yeah.
And you
Come
guys-
on,
also-
you can do it.
It was awesome.
Bad at protecting people, though.
Can't hear you, Dom. Headset might be above your head.
Yeah.
Sorry. But these guards are really bad at doing their job.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, how fast would you be going with this retreat?
So
Pretty fast?
would have used.
Question
So Havelock would have used
One-
his movement, which is 30. Can then take the dash action as a bonus action, which is another 30, and then can take the dash action as an action for another 30, so 90 feet.
So 90 feet in, what, 7 seconds
6
is a turn?
seconds. 6.
So, yes, it's pretty rapid.
Yeah, so it's...
It is exactly how Havelock escapes.
I'm pretty
Becoming
sure they couldn't have seen you. Maybe, hopefully.
The god saw
Wait, so-
something.
I blinked.
Something blue and something blonde.
Just out of curiosity,
He saw Sasquatch.
did he, I had to go away for a little bit. Did, Havelock find anything after Aki left?
No, my rolls were so shit, but I got 6 alchemy books on top of the 10 that I've already taken from this guy's house. I have 16 bits of
14
alchemy. I am
then?
going to learn.
Yeah, that'll definitely get you some learning.
I love the idea that number of books, like just owning them corresponds with how much you know.
I mean, technically...
Listen. Havelock needs to learn to build a bomb, okay?
For God's sake.
So why don't you become an artificer?
Because I don't think I could handle trying to learn that.
Just reminds me of that D&D shorts guy who was like, how each one does a plan, and the artificer like, alright chaps, it's very simple. I simply run in with this bomb. Why is it lit? Boom. Yeah, it was fun. Lots of information on there.
Mm-hmm.
Both pointless and informative.
You know, I think it was a good session.
It was.
That was a right laugh.
I think we all had a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, you guys had a lot of fun bullying me. I had a lot of fun, like, appealing to the horny, I guess, with Olivia. Also, I mean, normally I'm just there when it comes to Valkyrie. Like, you know what, I'll let Peach do all that stuff. But, even me, because I'm not going to lie, that whole part, like, with the Goliath and such was completely improv. But I was just sitting here, there, like, God, I want Valkyrie to just punch this guy. That's why I always...
I'm glad he did. It gave it a lot of personality.
Yeah. And again, it's one of my favorite weird things in, like, this high fantasy world that you just bust out a really normal name.
Yeah,
Josh.
well, the thing is...
Yeah, Peach, you can't say shit about my naming anymore.
That is exactly the type of name you gave me.
Exactly. You can't say shit now.
Not every character can have a fancy name, unfortunately. My brain isn't that galaxy.
Yeah.
Josh.
I guess I'll bring this back again. Like, I'm going to be bringing back only on occasion, just as well, because it has bad rubbish and stuff. But what was people's favorite parts? I know it'll be a little bit difficult for Nate, given he was only here for the last hour.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Then Anna would be first.
Yeah.
Anna.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm thinking.
As I say, like, I'm definitely not gonna do like the hey, what did everyone like every session anymore. Mostly as well because it's got a bit of bad luggage on it now, but also as well just because it's like it's not really necessary.
I liked Mevelair putting us on the fucking spot, making Havelock just like clam the fuck up. So what do you like in a woman? I cannot remember the name of a single woman now, let alone what I like about a woman. I am sorry. I was not expecting this conversation.
The funny part is that that's normally a dumb thing to throw that stuff out left field.
Yeah.
Freaking.
I'm not playing the character that's like that, though.
Nope.
Who's next?
That would be Dom, actually.
Speaking of which, yeah, I do. I love that moment as well, because it was just hilarious seeing the inside of the party and watching people get flustered.
I liked Mev not actually answering any of you.
And Kidlin technically didn't answer because Kidlin was on autopilot.
He was taking a cat nap at the time.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Kinley don't care.
But also, we did technically get kind of an answer from Mev. She likes women with big titties.
Technically, yeah, I
Noodle,
guess so.
Women with big titties, guys with big shoulders.
Yeah, big-shouldered men or big titties.
She likes them big.
Understandable. That's Ed next, then.
God, I liked Olivia helping us bail out of prison. I really liked Mev and Aki talking about their first time in prison. That was sweet. And what else happens? Again, I just like mystery, so I really liked all the conjecture with Olivia. How did Brandon make an ooh happen?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, she's not entirely convinced that it's something that he could have done.
Yeah, exactly. And then also being put on the spot and saying, "Hey, what's your character's sexuality?" as well.
There we go. That's Nate's favorite part, where he made money.
Where he made money.
Money.
Money just fell into his lap.
And what about you, Peach?
We had a lot of good moments this session.
Yeah, crazy that we're still technically on removing the rust phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part was actually the instance that you mentioned with Valkyr, because I feel like that's something that we really haven't seen a lot of, like, your NPCs that come with us do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time they are on autopilot until we come and, like, call them. So to see Valkyr, who is, by all intents and purposes, technically a separate entity,
Yeah.
have that autonomy, was really interesting, and it was really funny.
Yeah, I mean, the reason for the autopilot, it's pretty obvious. It's like, I'm the DM, so it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm taking the stage away from the PCs.
Yeah, but I think those little moments are really good, and I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I definitely gotta, like, find a way to balance that, because who knows, maybe at one point it might be, you guys, you might do what you did in one of your campaigns, where it's like, hey, this NPC, it's a DMPC now. And then I'd just be there like, oh shit, now I gotta actually somehow make it work.
Yeah,
Listen,
see?
It's really tempting to just have you, like, make you have somebody in the party.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm always like, I'd love to be as a player, but it's like, I also understand that my DMing is very much appreciated, so that's just why I'm like, it's whatever. I get to have fun with a lot of NPCs. I get to make one of them try and seduce a god, for crying out loud. So I guess it's down to me now, this one. God, I am torn between, like, the instance with Valkyr just, decking the Goliath. I don't know why, but the idea is just kind of hilarious of him just, like a 7-foot tall Goliath looming over a small 5-foot-nothing girl, only to get punched out by, essentially her bodyguard.
His own shadow.
Yeah, and Valkyr technically borrowed his shadow. Or the whole, like, break-in, break-out parts.
Mm-hmm.
The degen of me is also like, oh, my favorite part was all the booby-related stuff. Just, like, having to announce with, Olivia trying to say, like, yes, no, she's hourglass shape, she thick. Or just Dawes also being a degen.
Listen, good for Dawes.
Yeah, Dawes had a good session.
Yeah, now, Dawes got a lot of work in this one.
He, performed as a rat. He got to lay in some titties. He freaking
He broke a window.
He broke a window. He attacked a guard.
And he
Almost
survived
pooped on
that
him.
because a Raven's only
Yep.
got 1 health.
These guards can't even hit a fucking bird. Come on.
They
At
can't
this
even
point-
clean some fucking stale food. Like,
At this point, they deserve it.
The funny part is that guard was only 1 off from hitting Dawes. He rolled an 11 total and a Raven's AC's 12.
Good.
Got
No hit
so
Dawes.
lucky. But yeah, I guess we'll reconvene with these mysteries, with these leads that you've got on
Woo,
the next
I'm
session.
excited.
Because I don't think there's anything coming up next week that's going to get in the way of things. I don't think.
I think so. No.
Besides us all watching Vox Machina, no.
Oh yeah, shit! That comes out on the Saturday, doesn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's a Friday. It's the 28th that it comes
Friday?
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
But still.
I've been invited to a watch party on the Twitch
Oh,
thing
nice.
by the on the actual Twitch channel. But obviously, like as I said, I think my internet can handle it, and I do have Amazon Prime, so I could technically do a watch party with us on that day.
Yeah.
Yay.
I think it said that it's going to be like the first 3 episodes,
Yeah, it looks like they're doing it in increments.
like Arcane. It sounds like, which I still
Yeah.
haven't seen Arcane
Why haven't you seen Arcane?
because I don't have Netflix.
You can get it on other sites.